BSG 34, our first day, or we're at the end of the first day of our on-site event, our first on-site in well over 2 years. I do believe we had some last-minute donations, so I'm going to quickly check that because they may very well apply to the run. I'm seeing a €10 donation from Clover saying, here is your friendly rival Clover. Good luck, Box. You can do it. And I believe that will have affected our donations. Now, Box, can you or can you not confirm for me that they need to be closed? Or should I keep them open for longer?
Trainer name and rifle name I need immediately.
All right, then I will be closing the trainer name now. That is trainer name closed. I will be closing the rival name now. And I believe they should be closed now. So, yeah, ready when you are.
Okay. Can I get the names?
Yes. So, the hold on, I've got like a million tabs open. The trainer name is Recall Love.
Okay.
Capital R, capital L.
Okie dokie.
The rival name is Clover with capital C.
Yes. Well, this is good news because I have prepared a backup save for this run, and I actually went for these names because they were in the lead when I made the save. So my backup save is also in line. And I will close off the Eevee name once I capture Eevee. But for now, I say let's get into the run because it's quite a bit of a run. So if tech is ready, we'll start the run in 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu are remakes of Pokemon Yellow, actually. The original Yellow, you would have get a Pikachu who would follow behind you, and it would be a bit of a similar experience to Pokemon Red. However, Pokemon Let's Go follows a bit of a different style of adventure. First I'll spell the name, and then I'll continue. Because focus here. I think it is Recall and then Love. Double L, right, Krill?
Yeah, this is correct.
Okay, cool. Then we'll go with that. And Clover, I know how to spell C-L-O-V-E-R, right?
No, it's definitely with a K at this. No, you're right.
Imagine that. Okay. This is the part that most Pokemon runners are not very trained up because we tend to go for the one here because it's what our cursor starts on. But we've gone through that part. So yeah, as I was saying, this is a bit of a different style remake from Pokemon Yellow because 2017 a game for the mobile phones released called Pokemon Go, and the Pokemon Go, you would go outside, meet Pokemon in an AR environment, throw Pokeballs at them to capture them. Now, this game follows a bit of a similar principle, so it's very focused on catching Pokemon in the wild, throwing Pokeballs at them. So we have motion controls, and for that we have single Joy-Cons. But you can extend that to two-player Joy-Cons, so you can do two-player strats. And two-player strats are allowed in the run to be used by a single player, so that's nice. Well, first of all, we will set our options a little bit. Fast stacks, obviously, we don't want the switch prompt every time we defeat a Pokemon in battle. And we want to skip movies, so that's what we're gonna do here. We will be meeting our rival Clover. And this game will begin very similar to Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Red, where you go into the grass, Professor Oak will stop you, but this time we're gonna actually catch our first Pokemon as well. And it will be an Eevee in this version, obviously. It will be Pikachu in the Pokemon Let's Go. Pikachu version, obviously. And both of them are very special Pokemon, actually, because not only are they in base stats stronger than the average Pikachu and the respective Eevee and Pikachu, they also have max individual values, so max growth in their stats. So the only thing that determines if they are runnable is their nature. And 13 out of 25 possible natures are runnable. But let me first capture this Pokemon. And it involves motion controls and mashing away a few text boxes in battle. Oh. Good job, me. Sometimes it can happen that you overthrow your motion and then it throws the ball over the Pokemon. But this Pokemon is an automatic capture. You will always capture it after a few balls. You can't even fill this capture. And believe me, people have tried. A famous Pokemon runner named Kizumon tried to fill this minigame, and the game doesn't let you fill capturing the Eevee, actually. Fun fact. But yeah, we're gonna get Eevee soon. So I would like to cut off the Eevee name incentive. So if I can get the name for that.
All right. The Eevee name, I am gonna close that real quick, and then I'll do a final refresh. But I believe we have Bro McDude. That is Bro space McDude. Capital B, capital M, capital D.
Okay, I think I know what's up with that. Now, if
I'll help if there's a struggle.
I think I'll be fine. I'll just be asking for a confirmation. She'll see me type.
Yes, fantastic.
I think that's easiest. And the nice thing is I can change the name every time, anytime I want in this game. So it's gonna be fine. Let's see. MCDUDE, right?
Yes, that is entirely correct.
Cool.
That also leaves me with one other question. I noticed there was a Starmie incentive which has been closed. Is that correct?
It should not be closed.
Then I will quickly open that. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another incentive for you, as we will have the Starmie name coming up in a couple, like 2 hours? So
yeah, something like that.
Currently in the lead is Patrick with €5, but still plenty of time to get your name there.
I have a little bit of bad news for you guys. I'm gonna have to switch to my backup save a little bit later on, because this nature is not runnable. This for this Eevee. It's a jolly nature, which means you have a minus on the special attack, and Eevee needs both attack and special attack. So natures. What natures do, they boost one stat and they give you a deficit on another stat. And you want a boost on the offensive stats, you don't mind deficits on the defensive stats. But unfortunately, I got a deficit on the special attack. So that means my backup will come in handy later. Luckily, it's only minus on the special attack, so that means I can follow the strats up until I have to switch to the different save. Since we'll be relying mostly on tackle, which is a physical attack.
So when can we expect to see the difference of save then?
At the end of Viridia Forest, I will do that.
All right, good to know.
And the nice thing is the trainer and rifle name are correct. So the only thing I'll have to do is rename the Eevee, which is easy enough because I can do that from the menu.
Sounds good.
Luckily, the Eevee won't be using special attack until Cerulean City. So the first part of the game you can easily do with a minus special attack. Yeah, it's basically you have a little bit over a 50% chance to have a runnable Eevee, so resets are not as bad. But the focus in this game is less on battling as it is in other Pokemon games, but it's more on capturing. Capturing gives you a lot of experience in Pokemon runs. And there are a few things very prevalent in this run. You need to have a certain amount of captures to level your main Pokemon, your Eevee, properly. But you also need a total of 50 Pokemon caught to enter Koga's gym later in the game. So that means I'll be tracking the amount of Pokemon that I catch throughout the run. And yeah, you'll see me catching Pokemon. Now you may have noticed I received Pokeballs from Professor Oak earlier, and there were Pidgeys and Rattatas on the Route 1. I'm not gonna capture them, Pidgey or Rattata there, because it's what you want to do with captures. You want to have Pokemon evolve as quickly as they can from capturing them onwards, if you do so. And it's much better idea to capture Pidgey and Rattata later in the run. So the first captures you will see me do, it will be in Viridian Forest, so after Viridian City. It will be Caterpie, Weedle, and at least one grass type, because in this game, the gyms have different requirements for entering. And the first gym, Brock's gym in the Pewter City, you can enter if you have at least a minimum of one grass Pokemon or one water Pokemon. Now the thing is, you can't catch water Pokemon before for Brock and Pewter City, so it'll be a grass type. And the only grass types you can capture are either Bellsprouts, which is a favorite of my host, I believe, and Bulbasaur.
Yay, Bellsprout!
If I get Bulbasaur, it's Bulbasaur is rare in Viridian Forest, so if you see it, if I see it and I can capture it, I'll be blessed, because it's a bit of extra experience. But since I have to switch to backup saves, I'm not too worried about the catches, since obviously I prepped my backup save accordingly, because the catches in Viridian Forest are the most critical part of the run, because not only do I want to catch the Pokemon to be en route for my catching routes, but I also need to be level 10 by the time I exit Viridian Forest, in order to have in order for Eevee to learn Double Kick, and Double Kick is a fighting type move and will be the move I need to have to defeat Brock in Pewter City. Now my backup save meets these requirements, yeah, the amount of experience that you get is determined by how well you do what you capture, how you capture, and how you capture it, and how well you do execute the capture. So we'll be getting to that in a bit. Also, Bugcatcher Rick is greeting me. And you may have noticed, normally if you defeat a rival in Pokemon Red or Yellow, you would easily be level 6 with your starter Pokemon. But in this game you don't get as much experience from battle, so it's only now that I reach level 6, even though I fought 3 trainers by now.
Would this be a good moment to do a donation?
Yes, you can.
We just got a €100 donation from Heroes Made in Asia. For those not aware, Heroes Made in Asia is an event running here in the Netherlands, and we've partnered with them to showcase some speedruns there. And they are just coming in with a €100 donation saying, "Hey BSG, we wanted to help out as a way of saying thank you for showcasing speedruns at our event. Keep up the amazing work. Looking forward to seeing many more speedruns." Thank you very much for the €100 donation.
Also, thank you very much for the generous donation. Also, I found a Bulbasaur, so I figured just for show I'll capture it, since I'm pretty sure that my backup save doesn't have a Bulbasaur, but since it's a rare encounter, I figure I'd catch it for the show. Because why not? Although why not is a 3rd gen Pokemon, I should say.
Yeah, we're not going to be seeing any why nots around here.
Yeah.
Wobbuffet's pretty awesome, though.
That's 2nd gen, so we're not going to see that one either.
F.
Yeah, no fun Pokemon today for you, Cruel.
We saw Bellsprout. I'm happy, you know? We saw Bellsprout.
I'll be capturing Bellsprout. And I'm pretty sure my backup save has caught Bellsprout.
See, we're all good. It's Bellsprout.
It's going to be a bit awkward since I'll have to update my tracker. I won't update my tracker now since I have to switch to the backup save. But we're just going to pretend that everything is okay. I should have noted down beforehand what I caught in my backup save, but it's an easy check. Now, the thing you saw me do with the Bulbasaur capture, you saw this ring starting very big on the Pokemon and then shrinking rapidly. If you catch it while the ring is small, you get a so-called excellent capture, which gives you an increase in the an increasing multiplier on the amount of experience you receive from the capture. Glowing Pokemon also give you extra experience, and some glowing Pokemon even get you a boosted amount of experience as well, so a bonus on top of that. Now, since I have Bulbasaur already, I could just gonna proceed with capturing Caterpie and Weedle. Now, you saw me activate the second controller, so you can play this in a co-op fashion. And the nice thing about in the beginning of when this game released, we did only allowed one player strats, but since you can wield the second controller with the second player, the second Joy-Con as a single player as well, they later decided to just allow it and make the most of it.
Yeah, and I think it gives you a pretty significant experience boost as well. So
yeah, you get an additional multiplier for syncing up the two, as well as using the Joy-Con specifically, because the way you also get different experience if you plug in the Joy-Cons into your Switch and hold it in a handheld mode. You get some pretty crazy multipliers. Now, what you saw me get here was great, so the circle was a little bit bigger. Great gives you less experience, but still pretty decent. And since this is Glowing Weedle, this will give me quite a decent amount of experience. But since I got Bulbasaur, I am well ahead of the experience curve. I'm scheduled to capture one more Pokemon in this forest, and I have a pretty high chance of reaching level 10 before the end of the forest. Especially since I see a glowing Bellsprout, which I'm gonna go for. Now, the nice thing is, since it's catching doesn't involve sending out Pokemon, you can run away from all Pokemon. So it's not that big a time loss if you encounter extra. Now, let me be careful with this one. The thing with Pokemon is, when they do an attacking animation, their circle disappears. You can't catch them at that point. So what you see me do is sometimes wait a little bit to wait out the attack animation to be on the safe side. But yeah, I easily make a level 10 on Eevee, and that will teach me double kick, which I need for Brock. And I also get the levels on Caterpie and Weedle, which means they will evolve to Metapod and Kakuna respectively. Now, another Pokemon I could get here if I encounter it is Pikachu. I'm not gonna bother since I capture more Pokemon than I do on average here in Viridian Forest, and my backup save has the minimum required. The minimum I would want to capture in a run is Caterpie, Weedle, and Bellsprout, or Bulbasaur. Now I will finish. I will finish getting to the point in the Pewter City, and then I'll switch saves. And I'll quickly rename the Eevee, and we'll continue. Because yeah, it's gonna be fun.
while you do that, I quickly want to remind everybody at home we are just 34 cents away from meeting our €350 target, our first target for this event. The counter does say 350, but really it's 349 something. So, you know, let's see if we can at least make it to like at least hit that goal before the switch, maybe? We'll see. Anyway, do keep your donations coming because they are going to a phenomenal charity. And I'm sorry for keeping you box. Let's...
no problem. You know, as a bonus, I'll go for Pikachu. Because why not?
Now it's a real shame that this particular Eevee isn't runnable, because experience-wise you're really good, right?
Yeah, although my backup save had a really good catch exactly. I am level 11 even in that.
Oh, okay. So with either way, like level-wise, you're going to be at about the same then.
Yeah, roughly. Level 11 as well.
Fair enough, fair enough.
It's nothing to complain about, really. But I figure I give a bit of a show here of what you can capture.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since I'll have to switch saves. And I'm getting nothing extra for it, because the extra Pokemon are all gonna disappear, I believe.
Yeah, that's the really unfortunate part, because you have to hit a certain number of Pokemon before you can enter Koga's Gym. So keeping track of which ones you have and how many you still need is a really significant part of this run. And I can see through the window here that Box has got a tracker up to keep track for him.
Yeah. Bulbasaur is an unplanned capture, so I have some captures planned and some bonus captures. Bulbasaur is definitely bonus capture because it's A, rare, and B, difficult to capture. So, oh, I forgot to despawn.
He really didn't want to despawn there, did he?
Yeah, I was shaking the controller. You shake the controller to summon your support trainer, and you shake the controller to unsummon him. Well, let's see. The switch is at this point, so just for consistency, you see me capturing the potions, and then you'll see me switch saves to the appropriately named file named mbackup, since Marathon Backup was too long for the profile name. What you see me do, you can choose with which Joy-Con you want to run. I prefer the left side one, but it's really up to preference. And this title screen you normally don't see in a run, since you'd only see it when you have a save already on the game. So it's a little bit of an extra thing. 6 Pokemon, I believe. Let me quickly... I have Kakuna, I have Bellsprout, and Pikachu. Oh, good.
Yay, Bellsprout.
I do have Pikachu, so that's good news. That
I mean,
means
you had Pikachu in the other file as well, so, you know, this checks out.
yeah, the nice thing is Pikachu is one you preferably want to have from Viridian Forest, but it's not guaranteed you're gonna get it. But having Pikachu on this file is really nice. Now, like I said, the gym has the requirement of a grass or water type Pokemon. So Bellsprout is exactly what you need. Now, between the two versions, you employ different strats. In Pikachu, you would in the Pikachu version you would catch Oddish and actually use Oddish to fight Brock, since Oddish is a special attacker and does really well against Geodude and Onix, actually speeding up the fight. In Eevee, you only have Bellsprout. Bellsprout is a physical attacker, so he doesn't do as well. Yeah, you'll make good use of double kick on this fight.
Doesn't Eevee also have the advantage that you actually have a move to damage them with in double kick, whereas Pikachu doesn't really have that much at this point?
Pikachu actually learns double kick at level 9, so it actually learns the move a level earlier. It also levels up a bit faster, which is nice, since you actually don't have since you don't benefit from catching Pikachu in Viridian Forest. So it's really nice that you don't have to level it as much.
Yeah, fair enough. I never really... I mean, I've never run Pikachu. I've only ever run Eevee. So it's just... But yeah, fair enough. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I slightly messed up the strats, but it's going fine. It's fine. I actually run both versions of the game as a fact. And my PB, the routes are different for the first 2 hours of the game. After that, the routes actually converge, and the end game of both games is near identical, which is funny actually. Because usually you see with different versions that the first part is the same and then the end game differs, but for Let's Go it's actually the other way around. You do some really interesting things in the Pikachu run actually. And my PBs for both versions are identical, as a matter of fact. So I can literally say I'm as good in the one game as in the other. Although Eevee has some fun stuff. So yeah, we defeated Brock. We get the Headbutt TM, which we'll make use of very soon. But first, we're gonna meet Blue. And you're thinking like, wait, wasn't Blue the rival in Pokemon Red and Pokemon Yellow? And that's correct. So you're not exactly the same protagonist and rival in Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, so it's a bit different. It's a past future thing. We're not gonna dwell too much on it. The fights are gonna be very similar for, in comparison to Pokemon Yellow, although they did take some artistic liberties. So we're gonna be shopping now. Now what I need is 8,600 Poké Dollars, and we're gonna buy a specific amount of items. 15 Great Balls, because Great Balls are the nice thing in terms of capture. We're gonna be buying X special attacks, which we'll use from Cerulean City onwards. We'll be buying X attacks, which we'll use in Mount Moon. We're buying antidotes to heal potion if we get poison, if we get poisoned, burn heal, and awakenings. And it's all a bit of a calculated money route I'm taking here.
So 2 questions popping up. Number 1, have we renamed the Eevee already? Did I completely miss that?
Good one. I have not done that in this backup save.
You still know the name?
Bro McDude, right?
Bro McDude. Gotta get Bro McDude back in there.
Good one. Thanks.
And my second question was, what nature is this one? Because you mentioned the other one being jolly.
This one was docile, so a neutral nature.
Okay.
So if you get a boost and a deficit in one stat, then basically the stat behaves as normally. So it's just a neutral. This is what we would consider a neutral natured Eevee. So no boost, no deficits, and those are all of them are runnable. All neutral natured ones. Now you'll see me pick up a lure here to. I should explain the lure actually now that I think about it. A lure which I'm going to use in Mount Moon. But before we enter Mount Moon, I'm going to buy our next Pokemon, a Magikarp. Just like the original game. Easy capture. Honestly. What I should mention, lure, we use lures a lot in this run, and what lure does, Pokemon have a certain level range in a location. So, for example, it could, for example, have that a Caterpie would have a level range from level 4 to level 6. What a lure does, not only does it guarantee it to be the maximum level, but the maximum level +1. So it would have all Caterpies spawn at level 7 instead of the maximum level 6 you would encounter otherwise. So that's why we use lures, to have not only have the maximum level Pokemon, but also a boosted level. Now, we're going to be... A lot of this game will be party management. So we'll be managing what Pokemon we have in the party, because we don't want to... As soon as the Pokemon are done evolving, or if we're not going to evolve them any further, we're going to try and remove them from our party, so that we make room for other Pokemon to capture. We'll be teaching headbutts to Eevee. Now, in both runs, both in the Pikachu and in the Eevee runs, you'll use headbutts, but Eevee gets a really nice mileage out of headbutts, since it has normal type. It's a normal type move, and Eevee is normal type as well. So you get something that's called a sane type attack bonus. So you get an additional multiplier on top of the damage because of that. And that makes Eevee with Headbutt very powerful in Mount Moon. Now, Mount Moon, you'll be seeing me capture at least 2, but very likely 3 Pokemon. You'll see me capture Paris and Clefairy, and very likely a Geodude as well. And I'll also be picking up a few items. Okay, that one is too good to let pass. This is a Paris. We're going to use that. Before we start trying attempt to capture it, I'm going to switch to Great Balls. And The nice thing is, uh, only one of the two balls needs to be a great ball to get the ball bonus. So it doesn't really matter what the second ball is. So it can just be a Pokeball for all we care. Okay. No evolutions yet. And at the end of Mamoon, I preferably am level 15. The problem is it's not exactly guaranteed. It depends on what we get in terms of Pokemon. If I'm not level 15 at the end of Mamoon, I'll have to do a slightly different strats. It's not the end of the world, but preferably you are level 15. Now that Glowing the Geodude is an optional, but a very favorable optional. Actually, I'm gonna... Nice. Okay.
At this rate, you're not even going to need that lure anymore with how many Pokemon are showing up this way.
I activated the lure when I menued before the
See,
first training.
I was saying goodbye to Felissa, and I just completely missed it. I am just not paying enough attention. I'm sorry, Box.
Oh, don't worry. Now, the good news is if I get Clefairy, I should be fine for reaching level 15. Because I'm at the end of level 13. And I believe both my bugs will evolve here. Now, other Pokemon you might encounter here are Chanseys and Clefable. Clefable and Chansey give a ton of experience, but they're difficult captures, so I only go for them if I'm not gonna get the other one. But if you capture Chansey, well, you're not in no experience worries for a bit.
I remember back in the series race, I got one of the... So we were racing through a bunch of different games, among which this one, and I got a Chansey right here, and just first ball, it immediately went in. That was so good. So worth it at that point, but usually it's just not worth to even try for it.
If you have a glowing Chansey, because with glowing Pokemon to get an experience boost, but if they're very tiny or very large, you get another bonus on top of that, and if you get that on Chansey, then, well, you can get 6 or 7 levels here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there was so many levels at once. It's really cool to get, even though, realistically speaking, it's not really worth, because, you know, it tends to just break out a bunch of balls back to back.
It is sort of worth. It can be worth it. It's but it's not favorable. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go up and down the ladder to reset the room and to reset the encounters. And hopefully get Clefairy, because I kind of want to get Clefairy. If I don't get Clefairy, it's fine as well, I guess. I'm not in an unfavorable position. I have other ways to fix it, since I'm this close, but... there it is. There's Clefairy. Now, Clefairy is a bit of a tricky one, since Clefairy has the annoying tendency to jump around if you're unlucky. Okay, great. I'll accept great. That's good enough for me. Now get in the ball. Nice. I think this should get me enough experience to... yeah, I'm going to be level 15 at the end of this game. This is enough. I can tell. I know from experience how much I roughly need. If you're at the start of level 14 at the end of the captures, then you're going to reach it. So this is actually going well. I'm on schedule for capture-wise. Now, resetting the ladder here is a somewhat slower strat. You preferably don't want to do that. But since it's a marathon, I like to play it a bit more safe. And... geez, that's a lot of Zubats. I dodged all of them, so that's good. Let's see. Okay. Now the rest of Mount Moon is all you making good use of headbutts and quick attacks. And if I get lucky on a lot of the ranges, then most of them are single shots. This is a very unfavorable range, I know from experience, but if you're level 15 against this Sandshrew, you have a good chance of one-shotting it. But being level 15 is a bit unlikely. You need to be really lucky with the captures. Now, since this is a marathon, I'll be picking up a little bit of extra money here. And with that extra money, I can buy a bit more lures when I buy them later. And that gives me a bit more additional safety at the late point in the run. So it's gonna be lovely. Yeah, at the start of Mount Moon, you saw Jesse and James. You know them from the Pokémon anime. Oh, I mispronunciated that. My bad. I will be seeing them a little bit later. Now, it is faster to talk to trainers instead of being triggered by them, but that Geodude was in my way, so was worth it to go around him. Also, I need to do one additional step. Because I forgot to do a clean-up step. I will remove most of Pokemon I don't plan to evolve here from my party. I will leave Butterfree in my party, and that's because I will be having a double battle at the end of this cave. And Butterfree is the better double battle partner there. Make good use of him. And the problem with Let's Go is all the encounters you'll see spawn on the overworld, but sometimes they spawn right in front of you. I did not shake my controller again.
Sometimes it's just finicky like that.
It can be. Sometimes the controllers are not cooperating. I shouldn't hold the controller to begin with there, to be fair.
So while you do this fight, I got some exciting news. We met our first target. We've officially raised more than BSG Monthly 7.
Nice.
Because we just got a €2 donation from Polister saying, because Zeta asked so nicely, hello from the audience, and then a smiley face. Thank you very much, Polister.
Thank you for your generosity. So, we're gonna get who wants to get a fossil here?
Dome. Sorry, had to say it.
I mean, it's technically very slightly faster to go for the Helix fossil here, but it doesn't really matter what I'm getting, because, spoilers, we're not going to be reviving it.
Aww.
Oh, a flinch. That's nice, actually. Now, since I level up here, normally if you don't one-shot the Voltorb with Eevee, it's recommended to actually use Leer on Magnemite, but since I level up, I know my attack is higher, so I'm actually gonna forego using Tail Whip. It's a bit of a risk. I was hoping I would get him. And I hit through the confusion, so that's nice as well. The problem really is with the Supersonic Confusion is I don't really have anything to heal it with.
Yeah, at that point, it's just a gamble to hopefully hit.
You know, just to please you, it'll be Dome this time.
Yes, let's go.
Lord Helix is going to be rejected for a little bit.
I appreciate that, Box. I really appreciate that.
I mean,
I know it's such a silly little thing, but still.
I mean, we're going to sell that fossil a little bit later down the line. But first, we're going to fight Jesse and James. I will do this in good double battle fashion. And remember, I was buying X items in Pewter City earlier. Now, the X items in this game and in Gens 7 onwards, they raise the respective stat by 2 stages. So what that means is basically if I use an X attack on my Eevee, it doubles its attack. So I'll use Butterfree to actually apply this X attack. And that makes Eevee strong enough to one-shot certain Pokemon. Now, coughing is a bit of a range with headbutts. But Gus from Butterfree should guarantee the kill. Easy enough. Yeah, this is the first natural double battle you can do. You can summon the support training thing I did. You can also use to summon a second Pokemon in battle, so you get the 2 versus 1 situation. The reason we don't do that very often is because it's it does waste a little bit of time since it's an extra trainer and extra turns, and it's only in a few situations that's actually helpful. The nice thing is I'm level 15, so I'm right on track with captures actually, so that's good. So that means that I can do Cerulean City in the best way, and I can actually do Misty first. And the reason... Oh, don't mind if I do. Ekans is a bonus capture. So I figured I'd just go for it. Now the trick with the captures is to delay your throw a little bit, to have the circle as small as possible and aim at it. Might be a bit finicky. The problem with the Switch is that it's motion controls, and sometimes it registers like, oh, you must be throwing to the left or to the right, and then it misses the target completely. And you get an experience bonus for capturing it on the first ball as well. So that can offset your capture route a little bit if you're unlucky. But we're not doing too bad, actually. This is pretty good we're doing, actually.
You know what else we're doing good on?
Well,
Raising money for Mind.
ooh.
See, we're already on 352, and we've met our first goal. Now let's get to that second goal, which is 504, which I think is one of our more recent BSGs. And all of that money raised to Mind is going to a fantastic charity working to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who is dealing with mental health issues themselves or within their family. They've already been able to do a lot of good with all of the money we've been giving them. So let's keep that up, and let's push a little further. And now I'll let Box explain all of the weird moves that he's teaching now.
Yeah, because the partner Pokemon in this game, as if they're not powerful enough already, because they're actually pretty powerful because of the increased base stats and the perfect IVs they get. But they also get special moves, and Eevee gets moves themed after its evolutions. Eevee can't, partner Eevee can't, and partner Pikachu can't evolve in this game, but they do get the moves. And each of these moves are really good. Also, you need level 15 Pokemon to enter this gym, so that's why I wanted to be level 15. But yeah, the moves we get are Buzzy Buzz. Buzzy Buzz will paralyze, when it hits, will paralyze, is an electric type move, and it will paralyze the opponent if it hits. So that's a really good move. Bouncy Bubble will do damage, and it will also heal Eevee based on the amount of damage it does.
Mind if I do a quick donation while you're working on these fights?
Go ahead.
We just got 10 euros from Casito NL saying, "Hi, chat." Let's see some highs back from chat. Hello.
Okay. Last move I should explain on the Sisley slide. If that hits, it'll burn your opponents. So that's the 3 moves we started. We get another evolution move later, with a psychic move, which is based on Espeon, obviously, but that'll be a little bit for now. Now Misty is pretty easy fights, because she opens with Psyduck, and Psyduck is an easy Pokemon to set up on. Because we can just use an X special, because the real dangerous Pokemon is our second Pokemon, which is Starmie. Starmie will be using ourselves later in the run, I should say. So it's gonna be fun. But by using the X special on Psyduck, I basically already have doubled my special attack, which Buzzy Buzz uses, and I can make the Starmie fight a lot easier. Starmie is dangerous. It has Scald. And Scald, if you're unlucky, it burns you. But the paralysis against Starmie comes in really handy. And I guarantee a 2-turn fight. And on top of that, I have enough HP that I don't have to heal between the fights. Which is also nice here.
So this basically marks the point where we have just about enough badges to beat the game, right? Or at least almost all of the game.
Yeah, because we got our second badge, but we'll not be getting a lot of gym badges for a while. Actually, it will be around the a little bit over the past the 2-hour mark when we get our next badge. Actually, because this game, yeah, allows you to get a little bit has a lot more story triggers, and you get instead of requiring the gym badges to use HMs, you can learn special techniques which basically replicate the TMs. That's really nice, and that means that we can line up the badges at much later in the run, and we can do them in quick succession and with a very powerful Pokemon, so we can round them up very quickly. Because I'm at high enough HP, I can forego healing, having to use healing items at all for the next couple minutes, because otherwise I would have to heal before the arrival fights, etc. But the nice thing is, several of the Pokemon we're going to encounter in a few minutes are Pokemons I'm going to be using Bouncy Bubble on. And what Bouncy Bubble does is it'll allow me... it allows me to not only kill the Pokemon, but also heal my Eevee on top of that as well. So it's really good. Really good move. Yeah, the rival fight is pretty easy with the elemental moves. Yeah, the elemental moves are the reason why Eevee really shines at this part of the game. Also, I should clean up my party a little bit, which I forgot to do in the center. Yeah, you saw me having to deny 3 powder moves on Butterfree, which is not as ideal, but it's fine. So here we have Nugget Bridge. All of these trainers have single Pokemon, so they're pretty short and easy fights. Good thing to note here is we're not going to be capturing Pokemon in this segment, since I'm 1 Pokemon ahead here as well. Let me quickly move my tracker in the screen. And on top of that, I need to be level 18 when I reach Vermilion City. Now, as it stands, I'm going to be easily able to make that, because we have our next capturing segment before Vermilion, and I'm already on level 17, so I'm very likely to reach it at this point. So everything is going according to plan, actually, which is nice. Well, okay, the only thing that didn't go according to plan was getting the right nature on my starter.
I mean, that's really not something you can plan for now, is it? That's just the game rolling a die and you just having to get lucky.
It's literally a 52% chance to get the right nature on Eevee, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's a coin toss.
I feel like there is not much to plan in that outside of, you know, having the backup save, which you did. So, hey.
Yeah, I made that backup save because things can snowball out of control easily on Viridian Forest, so I was planning to have the backup save regardless, because motion controls can be wonky, the balls can fly off and you lose a lot of experience and you might not make the level 10 at the end of Viridian Forest. At which point you have to resort to ugly backup strats. Since I do not want to do that, I prepared the backup save. And as you saw, I did the catching segment just fine, because the autofile also reached level 11 on the Eevee at the end of Viridian Forest. So I think I've proven that I can do it. More about just, you know, being prepared for things I can do nothing about. Yeah, this is the fabled Nugget Bridge. After this, we'll receive our nuggets and nuggets, which we'll be selling later, because we'll be having a shopping segment in the next town. Yeah, we'll be using the Growlithe here to heal a little bit further with Bouncy Bubble. And Bouncy Bubble is really nice here. You don't have to heal in this segment at all, which is really good. Eevee really shines here, like I said. Although Pikachu doesn't do too bad either. Pikachu gets only a electric type move here, but a very powerful one with auto priority, so it'll always goes first. So it actually does a pretty decent job as well, and because of the superior attack, it actually is quite effective as well. You just have to employ different strats a little bit later down the line. But that's but actually the records for Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu are only a second apart from one another, so the runs are very similar in length. And they're both really fun speedruns. I recommend them. They're also very dynamic because of you're very dependent on the Pokemon you encounter. No two runs are actually the same. You have to make different choices in what you capture, how you capture them, how things line up. Now here we'll be dodging a lot of Pokemon trainers. So who's ready? Now the first one is just waiting for a cycle. This one you can walk around. Now here, because the trainer vision lines are very thin, you can just walk between them and you can just pass the trainers that way. Really cool thing you can do. In Gen 6, the trainer angles are really wide, but here they are a very small, narrow line. So that means you get a lot. You can actually dodge a lot more trainers than you normally would think you would, and we use that to our advantage.
Fox, mind if I give you a quick update on the Starmie name?
Yeah, please.
See, we just got a €20 donation from Bronze Noob saying, Bro McDude needs a buddy with a similar powerful name. So here's €20 to name Starmie Dude McBro. Who else is having a great time? Well, I know I sure am. Thank you very much, Bronze Noob, for your €20.
I like the theming with that name. Also, in case I just reached level 18, which is the level I need for Vermilion City. So, level-wise, I'm doing actually quite well in this run, which is always nice. Now here we're gonna rescue Bill a little bit. Bill got into a bit of a teleporter accident, and actually accidentally fused with a Pokemon here. So you see this somewhat cursed image of a Nidorino standing on his two legs, talking to us. Now that's a Pokemon maniac if I've ever seen one. And we're gonna help him out. And he's gonna reward us. And we can skip this cutscene as well, so that's lovely. Oh. So we're almost done with Cerulean, so we're gonna exit really soon. We got the SSN tickets from Bill, which is where we're gonna be going next to get. Now in the original games, you would get the hidden machine cuts, which after you get Misty's gym badge, allows you to cut the bushes. In this game, you don't really need the gym badge of Misty, although you can't get out of Cerulean without beating Misty, so. I guess technically you do need Misty's badge, but the secret technique that you learn in this game, which replace the hidden machines, don't actually need the gym badges. So that's why you can skip getting most of the gym badges until much later in the game. Yeah, here we'll see Eevee being a detective, because where could the culprit have gone with such a big hole in the wall? Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Seems like regular construction to me at this point.
The funny thing is, it's kind of hard to get out of Cerulean City without that hole in the wall, without the hidden machine for cut. Which is a bit silly if you ask me. Now we'll be making our way to Vermilion City, so we'll be entering the tunnel, but we'll be picking up a few items along the way. The Nana Berries, if you have Pokemon that move a lot, and you feed them a Nana Berry, they'll stop moving and you have an easier time capturing them. You saw me use the raspberries throughout a few captures previously, and the raspberries increase the capture rate. So the color of the circle represents how likely you are to capture the Pokemon. Red circle is very unlikely, yellow is somewhat difficult to capture, green is a high chance of capturing it. Also, the 2-player controller also increases the capture chance of a Pokemon, so there's an additional benefit of using 2-player. Also, in this underground tunnel we'll be entering right now, we're going to be picking up a few items. We're going to be picking another nugget and a lure. One of the items is hidden, but I have a very good visual cue for it.
Shall I read out some sponsors while you
Go ahead.
while you do that? So so I've got a few that I quickly wanted to mention. First off, I'd like to thank ESA for supporting the event and allowing us to stream on their channel. For further information about their upcoming events and any changes due to restrictions because of the pandemic and whatnot, be sure to check out esamarathon.com. I do believe they have their summer event planned as we speak. Submissions just closed for ESA Summer happening at the end of July. I'd also like to thank Veilig Reserveren for offering BSG a ticketing system for our events. Veilig Reserveren is a Dutch ticketing system offering a back-end system for a variety of events, and we've been using that since 2018, 2019, give or take. Huge thank you to them for keeping their support throughout the pandemic.
Yes, I activated my lure before entering the routes in order to make sure that I have only have the Pokemon spawn at the right level, because otherwise you can get Pokemon of a lower level, which you don't want to have. Now this Pidgey is annoying. Since I'm already at the level requirement, I'm just gonna chuck a ball at it. Pidgey is a very likely capture, because of not a difficult capture per se, so it's fine. Sacrificing a little bit of XP. It's not too bad at this point, because at this point, now Abra is a bonus, but a very good bonus to get. Now, Abra is one of those cases where Nana Berry really could make a difference. Now, aiming a capture to the left and right requires a bit of technique, but it's a little bit harder to get it done. Okay, I'm gonna use another Nana because this is okay. Okay, this should be a little bit better.
This one is an immediate double bonus, isn't it? Because of it evolving in like one level.
Yeah, the Pidgey here evolves in one level. Abra does the same, so it's I'm basically 3 Pokemon in the plus right now, so that's pretty okay, I'd like to say.
Yeah, for those who missed the start and are wondering why the heck does he have to catch that many Pokemon, that has everything to do with the entry requirements for the gyms. As to enter the 5th gym, you need to have at least 60 Pokemon registered, and it's a hassle.
So what I'm gonna do actually, I'll unmark Vulpix Evolution. Because Vulpix Evolution I can decide really late in the run to get it actually, because I can get a Firestone all the way at Cinnabar Island. So I have a lot of leeway to decide if I'm gonna need that evolution. Now, preferably, I also get Jigglypuff here. But you need to be a little bit lucky. I do have Clefairy, so I am... Psyduck. Psyduck, I can decide later if I need it. Not really want that. Rattata, I want to catch a little bit later. Now, I'm gonna do a trainer skip here. That's fine. There we go. There's a very narrow spot between those two trainers visions where you can actually walk through. And I managed to do so, so that's good. The nasty thing is I have to do it on the way back as well. So we're not 100% in the clear yet, but getting it the first time already is pretty cool, I'd like to say. Especially with if you have drift in your Joy-Cons, it can be quite a hassle to get it done properly. Tell me about that.
Well, Joy-Con drift has always been a hassle, regardless of
Yeah.
what you're trying to do, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Duncan managed to fix it on mine, which has been helpful so far. But yeah, running this game with having Joy-Con drift at the same time is just a nightmare.
yeah, I can get that. Since I picked up an extra item, I can buy 2 extra lures. So that actually gives me a slightly better position for lure-wise, so I can do my captures a little bit better. Let's see, I need 2 X-Speeds and 3 guard specs.
Yeah, in general, it looks like you're in a solid position, at least Pokemon and catches-wise. Well, a lot still can happen, but...
There is still a chance I can get Jigglypuff on the way back, so I'm not counting it out yet. Since I'm ahead in terms of levels, I can afford to capture that one without the lure. Let me scroll my notes. Also, yeah, throughout the game you get some clothing for your trainer and for your Eevee, which is adorable. You won't be seeing much of it during this run, unfortunately. But you can get some pretty cool outfits, I'd like to say. I mean, let's face it, we all play Pokemon for the outfits, right?
Absolutely. I mean, what else would you be playing it for? I mean, have you seen how many different kinds of clothes there are in like Pokemon Sword and Shield, for example?
Pokemon Sword and Shield has some serious categories focused on the clothing, actually.
I mean, I think if you were to buy all of the girl clothes, I think it sets you back like 13 million Poké Dollars or something.
There's also the swag mom category, right?
Yes, Flex on Mom.
The Flex on Mom, that was
Flex
the one,
on
yeah.
Mom. It's such a fun category. And then you also have Flex on 4 Moms and Flex on Charizard. And then many, many more. They're all great fun.
Yeah, those are some amazing category extensions. Now, I went for very safe strats here. If you have some really good speed increases on your Eevee, because it's random if you can get... It's random for each level up what stat will get an additional increase. You can actually go do a faster fight here and can do the shopping after the fight. But I'm going to play it safe, and I'll be using Guard Spec to prevent Pidgeotto from wrecking me with the Sand Attack. Because my god, that move. Sand Attack is a nightmare, an accuracy decrease. But luckily, since we have Guard Specs, we don't have to worry about that at all. I did... Okay, that's not really good. I went for safety. I did not get the kill on Pidgeotto, so I decided to play it safe and did do a Buzzy Buzz there. I am actually doing well on health, so I can actually afford to immediately go into Headbutts. Since I'm a level ahead of where I normally, where I minimum need to be, I am in a really good spot. Yeah, this fight is going well, and even though I haven't captured Jigglypuff or Jigglypuff yet, Abra is evolving as well. Oh, this is really good. This is actually really good. I should mark off Pidgey, actually. Completely forgot to do so. There we go. So we're getting 2 evolutions already. This, the nice thing about getting 2 evolved Pokemon at once is you want some menuing efficiency. So you want to, if you are gonna menu some Pokemon out of your party, you want to do as many of them at once as you can. Yeah, I can. So at the next menu I'll do, I can actually do both Kadabra and Kadabra, by the way, and Pidgeotto. Did a sneaky little dab there. I see a very disappointed host on my right side.
That's €1 for the dap jar.
Yeah. Shout out for the amazing clip of this that has been showing in the intermission, by the way.
It's been shown many times. Yeah. Good fun. Good fun. But yeah, I'm still gonna give you that disappointed look, of course.
I am. Yeah, we're a bit of 2 sides of the coin on dabs. Yeah, Eevee gets Eevee learns the technique to cut bushes here. So it's called chop down, and you know the additional moves that are added to this game have some very interesting names like Buzzy Buzz, Bouncy Bubble, Sizzly Slide. It's really wacky what kind of names they came up with, to be fair. Now, meanwhile, I'm gonna fix up my notes. Whilst navigating at the same time, I'm a multitasking runner.
Yeah, that is definitely one thing with this run in particular, having to just manage both everything going on in your catches, keeping track of how many you still need, how many bonuses, how many ahead, how many behind, and then also still playing the game properly. It is easier said than done sometimes.
One shout out I have to give, actually, I'm using a Pokemon tracker developed by Etiquette here, which I can mark some planned capture. I can mark the captures I'm planning, some bonus captures I can do. I can fully customize it and run it on my laptop. He did a really great job on that. Etiquette being a legend. And I did the trainer skip on the way back as well, so let's go.
No Jigglypuff, unfortunately.
Yeah, no Jigglypuff, so I'm gonna mark that one off. It's fine, I can get some other bonus captures instead.
And you were still ahead, right? So
I'm actually with that right back on schedule.
yeah, okay, fair enough. But you're still on schedule, so that's good, I'd say.
I have some options later in the run to up my catch count a little bit if it's really dropping low. And since this is a marathon run, I'll be lingering for some Pokemon a little bit longer. Since, you know, since I can. I mean, this run is invalid anyway, so I can afford to...
Yeah, it's not like we're going to be setting any records here today.
Yeah, I'm not going to PB since this run is officially invalid as the moment I had to switch saves. So there's really no pressure on me here.
Well, I mean, there's always scheduling who could up the pressure a little.
Yeah, but I'm not doing too bad here, I feel.
I know. You're good.
Yeah, now what I'm gonna do, I am gonna kick some Pokemon out of my party. I'm gonna keep full picks in for just a little bit, because I kinda, and I'm gonna use Lure a little bit later. And that's just for safety. It's an extra menu, it's a few extra seconds I waste, but it keeps it a little bit safer. Now this, you saw me buy 3 guard specs. This is the second trainer we're gonna be using a guard spec on in this Eevee versus Eevee match. But I'll show them that we're the better Eevee. Guard spec, X attack, and then it's just headbutting the thing down. We'll be switching to Sizzly Slide for the second move, and that's in order to line up for its second Pokemon, which is Gloom. Yeah, I'm in a good spot here. I'm not complaining, honestly. Level 20 already, that's good. If you do your captures excellent, then you'll be very fine. And the better you do your captures, the stronger your Eevee will be. The Eevee will be, the easier your fights actually will go. So the better you are, the easier the game gets actually.
Yeah, that's one of the funny things with Let's Go, where, you know, as your skill becomes, or your skill level becomes higher, the game also becomes easier, and therefore your times will generally be faster. So skill is definitely a very, very big factor here at times.
Yeah, it's really worthwhile to actually practice the captures in the game, because it will make life a lot easier for you, really. And this is going actually pretty well. Aside from the switch between the saves, obviously, which is a bit of a big time loss I had to take. But this is going well. Also, the nice thing is we'll be at a bit of low health here, but we can skip a few trainings and we get a heal before the next fight we have to take. So. Everything lines up nicely in this run. Careful. Okay, cool. And now I can use the lure here. Because here we're gonna do a next capturing segment. Hello, Nidoran. I need both varieties of Nidoran, preferably. Now what I'm gonna do, just for safety. I waited out the attack animation on purpose, because, like I said, you can't capture a Pokemon during this attack animation. Yeah, the Pokemon I capture here will all be Pokemon that'll evolve within one level. Swift is a move we have no use for. And preferably we also capture Rattata, Spearow, and the other Nidoran. Krabby is a bonus Pokemon. Now, I already see a Spearow spawning, so this is actually going really well. Surprise, surprise. Not the greatest capture, but if it goes in the ball, I'll be happy, honestly. There we go.
The jump was a little unfortunate, but you know, at least you got it in one go.
Yeah, with jumping Pokemon, it's never nice, honestly. But the fact that I have both Nidorans, which fails more often than not, unfortunately. Now, Spearow is a lot cleaner. Yeah, this is actually going really well. I have most of the captures I need from this grass already. Now, Roxanne will have a few more captures I need. We'll see about that. Now, Rattata is not too uncommon here. There we have it.
Of course, now all of the shiny Nidorans are showing up.
Yeah, the glowing ones give more experience. I would prefer to have those, but it's fine, really. And that Rattata, I was surprised that Rattata didn't do the attack animations because I just YOLO'd that ball at it. Sometimes you have to take a bit of a gamble. But yeah, this is actually going well. I have all the captures I need. Unless Krabby now decides to spawn. Careful, careful there, that was close. Cool. So we're off to the next fight, actually. Now, we'll be getting cornered here by some Team Rocket grunts, but luckily we get the little bit of additional story, because this is not in the original. And we get some help from an Elite Four member, actually. The lovely Lorelei being very impressive on her Lapras in this very small water river here. Striking experience. Lorelei is nice, helping us out. She gives us a free heal, actually, so I'm not complaining. Now, I should confess that it has happened several times to me that I forgot to dismiss the support trainer. So you can still speed it up with the support trainer a little bit, but it's faster to just go for the single Eevee experience here. Sometimes the game needs the animations to finish, so that may look like the game is thinking a little bit. Now, luckily, I'm getting some menu efficiency out of this, since my first Nidoran evolves. So that means that I can menu both my Vulpix and the Nidorino out. So what you'll see me do most of the time is menu out 2 Pokemon at once if I can do so. And this is nice. The captures are really coming up nicely. So you enter this route with about 18 captures, but after Rock Tunnel you have about 31 or something. You'll catch a stupid amount of Pokemon here in this segment. Good, but thank you, Lorelei, for helping us out. Let's chop down the bush. Now, Rock Tunnel normally you would have less visibility, and the game would want you to get a secret technique so you can light up the cave, but you can see enough in this cave that you don't really need. You don't really need that move, honestly. Flashes for wussies, I say. I think my host can agree here.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, why aren't we evolving the Nidorino?
I could do so. It's an optional thing I can do.
I figured since you didn't have the Jigglypuff, you wouldn't also need the Moonstone you had for the Jigglypuff, I imagine.
The Moonstone is a backup option, basically, at this point. I can decide to evolve Clefairy, I can decide to evolve the Nidorino or the Nidorina when I get it. Probably at this point. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just being curious. I'm not super familiar with the catch routes exactly at this point.
In Let's Go Pikachu, you would actually use the Moonstone to evolve preferably Nidorino to Nidoking, and then you would actually do a lot of double battle strats with Nidoking. Because Pikachu doesn't quite have the coverage that Eevee has. But Nidoking is really good in the Pikachu segment as well. So you barely lose time. You don't lose time at all, actually. Or a little amount of time. So it's surprising how well it actually works out. Now, Zubat is a very annoying capture. Because it moves all over the place. And yeah, this position, it's... Okay, I accept great captures on Zubat, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, a great capture on a Zubat is a win.
That circle bobs around so much, it's nearly impossible to get an excellent. You need some really good strategies on that. Now, preferably down here, I'll also capture Rhyhorn. Let me check. Is that... I'll be refreshing. Yeah, I'm not going to pass up on much up here. I'm getting a lot of my captures already, so...
Shall I just read out some stuff while you continue on your capturing?
Go ahead.
So, people at home, can't get enough of BSG? Well, I would strongly encourage everybody to check out BSG Annual 2022. This week-long event will run from August 14th through the 21st, and that'll be in Venray in the Netherlands. definitely worth to come around if you can. Fantastic event, good vibes all around. So yeah, be sure to check that out. And if you can't, be there, be sure to watch, because that is bound to be a phenomenal event. And if you want even more on-site speedrunning, our brothers in the United Kingdom are hosting UKSG in Glasgow at the start of September. They'll be raising money for Crisis, so you can get your submissions in for that. And, we would also like to remind you that, aside from the BSG events and their own marathon, ESA hosts many other events across Europe, including the British UKSG, Hackathon, and more. So be sure to drop a follow to see whenever something is live.
Okay, this is actually going pretty alright. Let me quickly clean up my party a little bit. Now, the reason I want Rhyhorn at some point in this cave is Rhyhorn, what you can do in this game, you can mark Pokemon in your party, and on Rhyhorn you can actually ride, so you increase your movement speeds. That's why, so Rhyhorn is one I definitely want to capture. So hopefully I'll get one. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bit awkward. But yeah, the captures are going pretty alright. So, Rhyhorn, Rhyhorn. That's a Rhyhorn. There we go. Right on time, buddy.
I see what you did there. Don't know if it was intentional or not, but I don't care.
Great capture is fine. I'm doing fine on XP, actually. Oh, actually I have a rematch on the capture. There we go. Excellent capture.
So I'm not entirely sure on how the multipliers, which one was better where, but you're now missing the first one, but you get at least the excellent. I think this is slightly worse, right?
You do lose some, but it's not as bad.
It doesn't really matter. I'm not super familiar with each of the exact numbers.
I don't know the exact numbers. I think overall, excellent does give you a little bit more than what you lose by the first row, I think.
Fair enough.
But I'm not 100% sure. It's not something we... basically, we just do a very... yeah.
Yeah, very rough guesstimate of what you would actually need, and then work with that.
Yeah. Now, what I'm gonna do...
And just in general, trying to get as many bonuses as you can.
Yeah. Actually... Graveler is the last one I need, but I think
Something else seemed to spawn there. I didn't see what it was, but
I'm pretty sure it's a Cubone, or if I'm really lucky, a Charmander.
that would be very hype if we get Charmander there.
Charmander would be nice. But you can get Geodudes in this cave as well, so that's why the Geodude in Mount Moon earlier was optional. Since you could get one here and it would evolve in one level. Which is preferable, I'd like to say. But Graveler is not too difficult to capture, so it's really not too bad if you get Geodude in Mount Moon instead. But yeah, I think takedown we don't want. And Zubat will evolve actually. Oh, that's fine. A little bit of time lost, but that's fine. I've been sloppy with marking my Pokemon, I noticed. I am doing really well, actually. Luckily, these evolution animations all provide me an ample opportunity to manage my notes. But yeah, you have to adapt on the fly for this run because you're never sure what Pokemon you're gonna get here. Yeah, yeah, I have all my captures in here, so I can just move on. This rock tunnel is actually going pretty well, I'd like to say.
Yeah, I mean, having all of the captures this early is definitely a huge benefit.
Now the nice here this Kangaskhan is hits like a truck, but Sicily Slide is really nice here since the burn status will also have its physical attack. And plus it damages it down further enough that the second Sicily Slide actually gets the kill. So yeah, that's pretty dope. So we're gonna be running around with. I don't need another lure. I missed cycle. Okay. Now dodging the Pokemon here can be tricky, but I am doing pretty alright, I'd like to say. I should have gone actually. It's fine.
Sometimes it's better to lose a few seconds waiting it out
Yeah,
rather than losing a lot.
Yeah, the spinners can. If you're a bit too eager on the spinners, they can catch you off guard, and that can be really unfortunate. Now here we make use of the Sicily Slide benefit again. Ooh.
Ooh, that was real close. Saved by the power of friendship.
Yeah, and you know what the nice thing is? I should have healed, I feel, but I played it a bit more risky than I should have, but the nice thing is, this Rhyhorn here is gonna be healing me to full, basically, because Bouncy Bubble is a great move. Yeah, the fact that you can heal and battle at the same time with that move is, yeah.
Huge.
It's a huge benefit to Eevee. I'm doing great actually on captures and whatnot, so now you may wonder why I'm not gonna be using Bouncy Bubble on Vulpix here. This Vulpix is also the reason is however the reason why we buy buy the burn heal, by the way. Just for this single fight here. Now the nice thing is at this point my notes say after this fight I need to be level 25, so I am exactly where I need to be.
Sheesh, Box.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I know, but I have a little bit. I have a way.
Yeah, I was a little worried that that was not. I mean, you have Pokemon, obviously, but.
I
right, the revives. Yeah. I completely forgot you had revives.
Yeah, you get them automatically at some point in the run, so it's fine. You know, why not?
Ah, I wanted to see the boom. Well, no self-destruct today, I guess.
Yeah. I'm surprised that I should be able to take one. You know, we can take this safe. We have extra super potions. So I can do this. This should guarantee. Yeah, this should guarantee it.
Yeah, you should be good here.
It's yeah, it's one of the things my notes apparently don't account for, the speed difference. Could also be that I'm taking it a little bit too risky. It's fine. We survive. No Charmander so far.
Do you even have any Pokeballs left?
Um,
I know you were out of Great Balls. I don't know about regular Pokeballs though.
you get after every battle you get Pokeballs in this game.
Oh right, yeah, that's a thing.
So you're not really in any danger, I'd like to say.
No, that's fair.
I should be fine. Yeah. There we go. Who needs to heal here?
I can see the Monka S's in chat.
Yeah.
It's not that many, but there are a few Monka S's in chat.
Now the nice thing is I don't need to heal at all before the next fight, because I'm basically I am gonna be safe and use my last potion. Oh, but we're out of Rock Tunnel, so good job us. We have a lot of captures. Actually, now that I'm here, I gotta be making use of the opportunity to clean up my party a little bit. Actually, what I'm gonna do... yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Now here we see this little Cubone going into Pokemon Tower, and our rival is chasing it. We'll be kind of following him into the tower. I'm still, you know, I'm still wondering how a graveyard in a tower would work. Actually, that might be me.
I guess if the floors are thick enough, they could work.
Unless, well, okay. To be fair, in Asian cultures, I think they go for cremation a lot more.
Yeah.
So,
So it could be as like just the ashes. Also, it's for Pokemon, and then well, I guess there are some Pokemon that are really big, but not all of them are.
the questions my brain races when I run this game. It's
Yeah, understandable.
now we'll just be doing a little bit of setup on this fight here. But I'm actually doing pretty alright. I'd like to say extra speed. I'm well above the threshold where I need to heal. So this should be fine. You need a minimum of 17 HP. I'm on 30. I should be fine. That's the only dangerous thing Raichu has for me is quick attack, which does 16. And then, yeah, the nice thing is because you have somewhat fixed stats on your starter Pokemon, the run gets very predictable in a good way. Because you can, you basically don't work with ranges. Or at least you don't really. There's only a few, very small amount of places where you have ranges. And yeah, this run is relatively consistent once you get past the early captured parts. Yeah, here we see the ghost of Pokemon Tower. And unfortunately, the Pokédoll skip is not a thing in this game, Cruel. I know you know it from the earlier gens.
The famous Poké doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, shame it doesn't work here.
Yeah, we have story flags we have to work with in this game, so no fancy skipping here. We get a bit of background on the Cubone, which is, sad. It's a bit sad, to be honest. But we gotta do my favorite strats, escape rope. Because who doesn't like escape rope? But yeah, the Cubone was looking for its mother's ghost, and unfortunately this Cubone is now gonna fall into the hands of our good friends Jesse and James. Because they do actually add a little bit more to the story in this game. Surprise, surprise. Although it's not really too much expanded if you ask me. Now, the one thing with the mounted Pokemon that you do need to be careful of is if you run into a wall, your mount will disappear. But if you if you don't face anything properly and press A with the mount Pokemon, you'll get extra text. So you need to be really careful when interacting with items, people, you know. Otherwise, you might be saving some time. Oh, the flinch is nice, by the way. I will be taking a little bit of a shortcut here. Now, if I would plan to evolve Vulpix, this would be the first opportunity for me to get a Firestone. The second opportunity for me is in Cinnabar Island, but we'll pass right by it, and at that point I know how well I'm doing on the capture route and if I really need it. So I can forgo committing to Ninetales as long as I can, so that's really nice. I have that flexibility going for me. As we make our way through the tunnel to Saladin City. Because we have a Cubone to rescue from Team Rocket. Yeah, this run is a lot of fun. We're going to be doing a bit of fun strat. We're going to be preparing a little bit here, because... ooh, I did see that Jigglypuff over there, but... yeah, it's not worth it to go for it right now. Since I'm doing well with captures. So, we're going to be capturing a Staryu at a later point. And to prepare... And the nice thing is, in Saladin City in the Pokemon Center, if you give specific answers here, you're going to guarantee that all the Pokemon you capture are of a certain nature. So we can actually manipulate the Starmie into having a good nature.
Speaking of Starmie, you can still donate to name the Starmie. Currently in the lead is Dude McBro with 20 euros and Patrick behind it with 5 euros. But you can still put another name to it. Any donation of 20 euros and 1 cent or more will get you an immediate lead. Or, you know, if you want to get Patrick up there, you know, 15 euros and 1 cent. Or if you just want to strengthen Dude McBro because it's an awesome name, then, you know, that's also possible.
Now, the one thing I do need to be mindful of here. I'm just going to check that just to be sure. Oh, I should be fine, actually. Yeah, if all goes well, I should be fine here. Because I did use some extra PP in Rock Tunnel. That's the only thing I need to be a little bit mindful of. It's crazy how little we use the Pokemon Center in this game.
Nice little Hyper Fang miss.
Yeah.
And flinch. This Raticate is just not doing anything at all.
The nice thing about the Hyper Fang flinch is that it saves me having to heal, so I don't mind. So, let's see what's behind the poster, shall we? A switch behind the poster, let's push it. Meanwhile,
Yes, kids, always push the big red button. Valuable life lessons there. Always push the big red button.
one could say it's not really rocket science.
Nice one.
Yeah, I'm full health for this Hypno, which is really nice, by the way. Since this Hypno, if you're unlucky, can hit you quite a bit. Although the worst thing he can do is put me to sleep. Basically, he can bore me to death. And Hypnosis missed, so that's...
I mean, sleep isn't until the next run. Come on, Hypno. Well, it's a good thing that it missed, because he would have been a run too early.
To be fair, Hypno just wants to get to bed. I get it. It's a long
Yeah,
day.
fair. Out of curiosity, what are we bringing the Clefairy for? I'm sure chat might be wondering.
The Clefairy will be for a certain double battle I'll be having in this segment. So we'll pass that bridge when we get there.
All right, I'll just shut up then.
Cross that bridge as we get there, I should say, by the way. Me feel English, that's impossible. Am I... Oh, I'm well over 42 HP. That's good. Now, the nice thing is, because I was level 25 at a certain point in Rock Tunnel, I also know that I'm going to be level 28 for the final fight of this dungeon, you could say, I guess. And that also means that I'll be getting a move upgrade, a well-needed one. That's good. This is working out nicely, actually. This is lining up good. Actually, have one fight to fight, because in order to get to the boss of this area, we need the key to control the elevator at a specific floor. And this grunt here is guarding that lift key, so we're gonna make use of the move we picked up in the Pokemon Center, Glitzy Glow. Glitzy Glow is a psychic type move, and what it does, it's not only is a good psychic type move, but it's also casts Light Screen. So it has its advantages. It's a really good move, honestly. It both is offensively very handy against Team Rocket, but it also boosts your defenses against special attack. So that's really good. Now this Rocket is not gonna hand over the lift key to us here. So we're actually gonna have to get this one ourselves. Now, the Clefairy, normally, ideally, you would put the Clefairy in your party over here, but since I had could combine it with a menu earlier, I decided to do it a little bit earlier. But the Clefairy will... well, I actually need to talk here first. Skipping ahead of steps, because we need to get up that scaffolding to get that item. So we're gonna get something to get us to go in the vent, and then we're actually gonna be controlling Eevee a little bit here. Living the dream where we are a Pokemon. You could almost say this is a mystery dungeon game at this point.
I was about to say, is this the point where we're going to play some Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Great game, but didn't see that on the schedule. Not that I'd mind. Mystery Dungeon's fun.
It's not a particularly big mystery dungeon segment, you could say, but we get a little bit of a sneak peek here. We see Jesse and James. And yeah, they're gonna be the next fight we're gonna do. And Jesse and James is definitely the reason why we want Clefairy in our party. Because Clefairy, this is a Gen 7 Pokemon game. It may not look like it, but it does have Gen 7 mechanics. And one of the Gen 7 mechanics that's really relevant here is the fact that we have the Fairy type. And the Fairy type has the added advantage that poison is very effective against Fairy type. So Jesse and James, with both of their Pokemon being poison types, we'll go for the Clefairy first. So the Clefairy is actually a Pokemon, or well, if we would have had Jigglypuff, we would use a Wigglytuff. But Clefairy is basically a Pokemon we use to redirect the moves to.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I see why we would want the Clefairy there then.
And I also, just for absolute safety, because you normally have Wigglytuff instead of Clefairy. So we're just gonna be safe here. But what you will see in the first turn, Weezing and Arbok will go for Clefairy, which means that my Eevee has a chance to survive. I will make good use of our free turn to actually let's see, yeah. We'll make good use of our free turn to actually boost Eevee. So Arbok kills the Clefairy. Eevee gets a special attack boost, paralyzes Arbok. And we'll send out Rhyhorn. Now Rhyhorn has a type advantage, and you can actually take a lot more hits. And I can use Rhyhorn to actually heal Eevee. So I'll use Rhyhorn to heal Eevee and to and actually to boost my Eevee. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Because I'm lining up for the kill here, because I can use the second X special attack here. And that raises the attack of Eevee by to 3 times total. Now the nice thing is, even though I took damage here as Eevee, I don't need to heal between the fights. Because the next fight is not a double battle, but we'll use the support trainer. I'll use the support trainer to boost our Eevee and to heal simultaneously as well. And that makes it a very cool fight. So here we'll be seeing Archer. And Archer is not a character that was originally in the first generation of Pokemon. Archer originally appeared in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, the remakes of Gold and Silver in Gen 4. But just to connect the story a little bit better, they decided to include him in Let's Go Eevee as well, and Pikachu as well. I mean, it's fine. He's a good addition, I guess. And the nice thing is, I can we're very efficient on this fight because we'll just use our extra turns to just heal Eevee and boost Eevee. Eevee is not doing well here. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. I should be fine. And the Golbat should be an easy finish. Since we have Rhyhorn. Give him a few more Pokemon moves at our disposal. Buzzy Buzz, and I'll heal Eevee. Uh, it's unfortunate that it took an extra turn, but I can use the extra turn to heal Eevee, so I don't waste as much time. It saves me opening the menu. It's not too bad. And since I'm full highly healed, yeah, this is gonna be fine. And there's the double edge I need. Right in time, because I need double edge on the next fight. And with the experience thresholds we've been using in this run, there's absolutely no way you're not level 28 before on Giovanni here. And Giovanni, we use Rhyhorn as a buddy as well. That's funny, actually. I'm not sure. Cruel can answer me this, but I believe in Gen 1 you forgo Lieutenant Surge and do him a little bit later down the line, right?
Wait, how do you mean?
That they actually do Lieutenant Surge a little bit later, since they make you use some other strats. But I could be wrong on this.
No, in red and blue we do search as we're there, right after SSN.
Okay.
In fire red leaf green, that might be correct because you generally have you use the Squirtle, so you'd have War Turtle at that point, and that doesn't do that well against Surge.
Right, fire red leaf green. That might be the might be the one.
There are categories where you would prefer to do go to Celadon, you know, go through all of Rock Tunnel, and then do Search after. But generally speaking, you try to avoid it because it is also kind of slow at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think I was thinking of fire red and leaf green.
Yeah, I can see that being a category where that would be a thing.
Yeah, because that means we actually have the same amount of badges as we would have in fire red leaf green at this point, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, in red and blue, you would already have 3, maybe 4. Well, you would actually skip.
You would skip this section entirely. You
Right.
don't have to do this in red blue.
I keep forgetting. That's crazy how you can skip this entire section in the Gen 1 games.
Gen 1's just a little broken.
Broken or working as intended. The people are still discussing that as we speak.
I mean, yeah, the item works as intended, but it's probably not entirely how you're intended to go about that section.
I feel it's safe to say that it's an unexpected side effect.
Yeah. I mean, funny enough, that is how I used to get past the thing as the ghost as a kid.
Really?
Yeah. I never knew how to get past that, and then somebody was like, hey, you know that this item works? You can just buy it there. And then I used that, and it worked. You know, one of those playground myths that actually turned out to be correct.
That's cool. Yeah, it's quite a drag in Gen 1 to go through back and forth between the towns. Let's see, I have more than enough lures at this point, by the way, I should add. I have 6 more than I at minimum need here for the best strats. So, yeah, I'm not gonna run out. That's pretty amazing. And just for good measure, I'll get the extra great balls. It's a good back safety option. It only takes 1 or 2 seconds to get it. But yeah, in the original games, you would normally need the 3rd gym badge in order to use Fly, but since all the secret techniques are story related, you don't need the gym badges to use them. So we don't need to defeat Surge just yet. Let's do Poke Tower, shall we? We'll make good use of the Sylph Scope to identify the ghosts as Pokémon. Actually, what am I doing? I kind of want that Ghastly, but I'll get it at a different floor. Oh god. I accidentally selected no. Let's fix that.
I mean, it's getting late. Nobody can blame you, I'd imagine.
It's a small. It's not the biggest mistake, luckily. And the Pokemon, the Pokemon that we do have to fight in this tower are somewhat easy. And I have plenty of lures to actually grind out the Ghastly that I need, so it's fine. I can wait for Ghastly, actually. And this is going well. Yeah, Haunter, since it's a psychic ghost type, Glitzy Glow is really effective. Now this floor actually has this healing tiles. You want to approach this healing tiles at an angle, because otherwise... I did not activate the trainer. If you approach this straight from the side, you trigger, well, basically what just happened to me. You trigger the healing twice. I don't know why it's still triggered there. That Zubat is not what I want. Now the reason I have my second controller at the ready is because I still want to capture a Ghastly here. And the Ghastly, unfortunately, I do need. Well, and Ghastly is easy enough to get if you really want to get it. But yeah, the channelers in this tower are easy. We pick up a few more items. Ultra Balls. We're picking up a rare candy and on this floor as well. Now Cubone is rare actually here. Surprised that I got one.
It is kind of funny how you managed to encounter the Cubone before finding that Ghastly you're looking for.
Well, Ghastly did spawn a few floors earlier, but it was in a really unfavorable position. So, but I can wait on this floor for the Ghastly. That's fine. But let's identify this ghost here. And it actually turned out to be the spirit of Cubone's mother. Oh, so it's a bit sad. Really sad. But this Cubone will now join my rival's team, and we'll fight it as a Marowak later. Now let me get the rare candy first. And so, Ghastly, there you are. Good boy. There it is. Now Ghastly is a bit of an annoying Pokemon, I should add. I'll take a nice capture here. I don't need specific experience on my Pokemon, on my Eevee anymore, because the main switch is rapidly approaching actually. Surprise, surprise.
And with that, we are also rapidly approaching that last point you can donate for the name of that main switch. We still have Dude McBro in the lead with 20 euros, but that is still up for debate. So, you know, be sure to get your donations in. Let's see if we can at least hit that 400 before we go into sleep mode.
Sleep modes. So, in the Red and Blue remakes of the Pokemon Tower, this floor would be filled with rocket grunts. But luckily in Yellow and then Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, we only have to fight our good buddies Jesse and James. So this will be the last fight that Eevee will handle actually. Now the healing pad did heal my Clefairy, so that means I have Clefairy back up as a redirector for my moves, so we can use some similar strats we used in the Rocket Hideout in the Sunland Game Corner. So paralysis on Arbok, X special attack on. Excuse me.
Seems we are experiencing some difficulties. Tech is on it.
No. I have signal back.
Yeah, we seem to be good again. Not really sure what happened there, but somebody might have accidentally touched a wire or something.
Let me quickly grab my thoughts again. Okay. It's gonna be fine. Just had to capture my train of thought again. But we're good, we're good. For a second I was worried that my Switch would crash, which would be painful. But this seems like a capture issue, so...
Yeah, luckily no harm done. We should still be okay.
Yeah, I should be fine. And yeah, this fight is going pretty okay. How am I doing? Oh, this is not too bad, actually. Just took a look at the timer. And with that, the last fight our Eevee would handle is actually done. Eevee did a great job, honestly.
When would you like me to cut off the name?
We have plenty more. We have a few more minutes. I would say we cut it off as soon as I fly to Pallet Town. So
Yep, that'll do for me. I figured we'd have a little bit of time because you still have to get surf and all, but also figured I would ask.
yeah. Now the nice thing is I can remove you. I can remove you. And I can put you in the good spots here. Now, there's a good reason why I actually putting Ghastly in the front. Oh. I did my menu slightly too early. I should have been outside. A little bit over eager. That's fine. Now, since we got the Pokeflute from Mr. Fuji here, and that means that we can finally have a way to access Fuchsia City, and because the two roads to that city are blocked by both blocked by sleeping Snorlaxes. Now Snorlax is a special one. It doesn't really follow the regular capture fight. You actually have to battle it first before you're able to catch it. So you actually have to get its health down to 0, and then the normal capture screen will start. But you can also run away from Snorlax. Now Eevee has a bit of trouble running away, but Ghastly, since it's a ghost type and has a high level, can easily run away actually from Snorlax. So that's why we put Ghastly in front to make good use of its speed. So, Snorlax. So you hear the old Pokemon battle theme from Red, Blue, Yellow. But it's gonna be for a few seconds only, because there we go. That's the Snorlax fight done. We run away from Snorlax, we don't need it. It's really not worthwhile to catch it. Unless you're obviously doing one of the more advanced categories, like all obtainable Pokemon. You can get 135 Pokemon in a single game without trading. Or the very popular co-op categories, I should say, in the form of co-op Diploma. Which are really cool runs, I should say.
Yeah, co-op Diploma is awesome.
It's really cool. It has a very active community. The community is pretty active on it, actually. Now, there's the first Pokemon I actually need. So, hello, Ponyta. Now, Ponyta can be a bit annoying, so... Nice! Good capture. Now the capture experience is low-key relevant still for my Pokemon in my party here. Although not for Rhyhorn, because Rhyhorn will be replaced by this Ponyta, unfortunately. Rhyhorn did a great job, though. But Rapidash, which we'll be getting now, I should say. Wrong one. This one. So let's use one of the rare candies we got to get Rapidash.
So while this Rapidash evolves, I quickly want to mention we just got a €25 anonymous donation. And there was no comment, but thank you very much. And with that, we have indeed passed that 400.
Nice.
Now let's see how far we can get in that last hour and a half of our day one.
500 is still in sight, ladies and gents. But yeah, Rapidash, superior mount Pokemon. Oh, that's actually the second one I need.
Oh, and what I had completely missed is that does mean that we have a different lead on the Starmie name. The Starmie name is currently set to be Eevee.
Eevee. Oh god, that is good. That's a good one.
So yeah, if you guys still want Dude McBro, you gotta get some money in on that.
Oh. Doduo once again being nice to us. Let's see. I do need Doduo. Doduo we actually use for a, well, to cheese a battle, I would like to say. Yeah, with that, I am pretty much on schedule for the captures. Now I can actually... Oh god, Doduo. Yeah, okay. So we'll be dashing a glorious way to get a few items. You saw me get a Super Lure, an Elixir, and a rare candy. And both will be put to excellent use. Now I need to be careful here. Okay, this is good. And with that, we're in the clear for now. And we're entering Fuchsia City, where we'll be getting an adorable cutscene. And after this cutscene, this upcoming cutscene crew, you can cut the Starmie name.
Will do.
Yeah, you see Eevee interacting with all the Pokemon that can be found here. Now this Pokemon game actually doesn't have a Safari Zone, it actually has a Go Park, where you can transfer Pokemon in from the mobile Pokemon Go game. Amongst which the somewhat exclusive Pokemon called Melton and its evolution Melmetal. Yeah, you can actually get later gen Pokemon in this game, surprise, surprise.
Well, you can get those two.
Yeah, unless you count the Alola forms as well, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But other than that, like, that's pretty much it.
But Eevee's gonna learn the secret technique equivalent of Surf here. Sea Skim. And yeah, you can cut off the name here.
Alright, let me do just that. And that's closed. I'm going to give a quick look to the people behind me to see if they got it in. I don't think they did. That's their problem. In that case, the name is Eevee.
Eevee, okay. That's a fine name.
I heard some people plotting about a potential takeover, but it seems they are cool with Eevee. So Eevee it is.
Eevee is cool. Now I'm gonna catch a Staryu here, and a Tentacool. That is a Staryu. I can't do double captures in the water, unfortunately. No support trainers here. Oh, that's pretty good value, I see. And that's a good capture. Well, it's a great capture. Oh, never mind. That's an excellent capture, so I can do you one better game. It's fine, really. It doesn't make too much of it. Wow.
This, the Starmie is saying no right there.
Oh, that's mean, Staryu. Now, with the green circle and excellent capture, this should be it. There we go. Okay. Staryu being persistent. What else is new? And I think I get an evolution here, but I'm not completely 100% sure.
Yeah, that should be Machoke.
There we go. Yeah.
So, Box,
Yes.
what is our counter on? How many Pokemon do we have?
We have 39 Pokemon at this point. We'll be getting 11 more. We'll be catching 2 more. The rest, catching 2 more, obtaining 2 more at a later stage, and the rest is all evolutions.
Nice, nice.
And everything is going according to plan, and I can even account for some safeties. Oh, that's... I'm gonna capture you. Actually, I don't need you. Now, Tentacool can be annoying because the thing can move.
And that is your last Nana Berry as well.
Fairly, I don't mind too much how great this capture is. But... you know what? Oh, this is... You can be a bit creative here. Sometimes you have to be creative. There we go. Good enough for me. Not really too great experience-wise, but luckily, since we're almost done captures, the experience you get from the captures here is not as relevant anymore. Luckily. Thank God it isn't. So I can afford lesser captures here. So now all I need to do is dodge the last few trainers here and capture 1 more Pokemon. Oh, careful. And that will be in this place. I need... that's fine. Give me that coughing there. Because you're the last one I need. Now, I picked up 20 extra Great Balls in Lavender Town, which is an optional thing. So I can, I have some leeway. And yeah, it's... if it really fails, I have backups in form of the Moonstone. But luckily the thing stayed still this time. Which gives me a slightly better time. Okay. Thank God. That should be Marowak and Haunter.
Very nice, very nice. Very quickly getting to that counter, or that amount that you need.
Yeah, I'm on 43 right now, and we'll be... I did miscalculate 1 capture, but luckily I can pick up the Firestone in this place. And I can just use it to evolve the Vulpix, so...
What you miss?
I may have forgotten to capture a Psyduck somewhere on the way. My tracker does account for it.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
It's not too bad. It's the reason. It's the reason why I have the. I have an extra Moonstone as well, so
Yeah, you have leeway.
I have plenty of options to deal with it. In case I decided to be a dum-dum, which... I mean, given the fact that I have to track 50 Pokemon and I have to do it by hand to some extent, it's easy to make a mistake. Now, I'd rather still not make those mistakes, but you know. Luckily, I can clean up my party big time here. Actually, what I'm gonna be doing here, because I can. Okay, now for the focus strats, I do want my notes here, because I'm gonna be checking what the stats on the Starmie is. 85. It's 87, and 87 means. Yeah, use 3. Light screen. Yeah.
So how are we looking on stats?
It's not the greatest speeds, but honestly, the speeds I'm not too worried about. Let's see. I want the Waterstone. Starmie. There's also, speaking of missing Pokemon, there's also a category extension of this game. If you don't get the 50 Pokemon required to enter to enter Koga's gym, you get kicked out of the gym, and getting kicked out of Koga's gym is a category extension. Appropriately named. Bubble Beam, yes. Oh, Speed on Starmie, 117. That's actually not too bad.
Very nice.
It's better than I thought. But to be fair, I'm a level higher because I used an extra rare candy, so it's hello, Chansey. I don't need the experience, so
That's unfortunate. I would have liked to see you try and catch Chansey.
you know what? If I encounter another one, I'll do an attempt.
To be fair, it is kind of slow and usually just not worth. Especially since you're already a level higher.
So here we're gonna use a little bit of a cool strat. Because normally he would walk up to you, the trainer would walk up to you, but if your support trainer is in the way and he reaches your support trainer, he will stop walking. So you can trigger the battle a little bit earlier. And
that's kind of cool.
And on this battle, we actually want the support trainer because, we want Electro to go for Doduo and not for Starmie. So that's the thing. Let's see. Don't worry, Doduo, you will be revived in just a little bit. Let's see. That's cool as Surf, but this fight is easy enough. What we can do is pick up this lovely Firestone over here. Hey, you know what? Just for good measure. We're just gonna use it over here. That also puts it off my mind, and I don't do stupid things later by forgetting to use it.
Helpful, yeah.
You know.
Might as well just get it out of the way.
Yeah, it's a few seconds, I don't mind. And I'm actually doing quite alright sometime so far, so I'm not complaining. I am definitely not complaining. Yeah, this is looking good. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this even smarter. Because I don't want to level coughing. I could just get. Since I have the extra Moonstone, I might as well get Nidorino out of the way. I should have. I had to add coughing to my party. I should have just brought Nidorino in and evolved him together with Vulpix. That would have been a better move. It saves me a little bit. So, Nidoking, that's the main Pokemon for Gen 1, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, still is.
Well, unless you're running Glitch, then it's Bulbasaur, I think.
I'm not sure what Glitch is on. That route has changed so many times.
Yeah, I'm not too great on those categories, I'll be honest. I'm not a Gen 1 runner, so...
I mean, the regular Gen 1 run, yeah, that's still Nidoking.
Yeah, I'm talking mostly about NMG and glitchless categories. Also, one thing I should add, because you see the Pokemon on the overworld, it's not too uncommon actually to encounter shinies. I mean, it's still not super common, but it's not as uncommon.
Wasn't there a GDQ run that had a shiny appear like in the
fact,
next room?
I give you one better. The last time we had Let's Go at BSG, we had a shiny.
Yeah, but I meant like in specifically this area, which is why I figured you might have brought it up.
The Raticate, I think.
Yeah, that was a Raticate around here.
Yeah.
I can't keep my Let's Go run straight, but yeah, it's shinies are this is probably one of the easiest games to shiny hunt in.
Yeah,
probably the easiest.
If you have Viridian Forest with the lure and with all the bugs spawning over there, it can really crowd your screen. It's surprisingly common to encounter shinies. So, we got the secret key, we got what we need. It's always nice if you use the escape rope at the appropriate timing here. Definitely have not messed that up before. But we're gonna be actually getting our third gym badge about 2 hours 20 minutes in.
Yeah, sounds about right. I always love how when you leave this gym, your rival is like, only one more badge to go, and then you do search, and he's like, I just got my third badge, or something like that.
Also, I love Blaine's gym in this game, by the way.
For sure. I mean, Blaine's gym's always just fun.
I like Blaine's gym in general. It's a lot of fun. I definitely vibe with Blaine in here. He's as bad. He has as bad of a sense of humor as I have. So it's really fun. Blaine might actually be my favorite from Gen 1.
Yeah, I can probably agree with that. Yeah.
Plus, I'm a big fan of the fire type, so that as well. You better have a burn heal. Look, unfortunately, you had to use my burn heal in the rock tunnel, but I do have some other items that heal status effects. But we're first gonna be setting up Starmie. Confuse Ray. Now that's a common one. Luckily, we can use the Pewter Crunchies we received from Brock to get going, and then we can just scold Blaine's Pokemon here. Fun fact, I was 117 speeds on this Starmie. Blaine's third Pokemon he will send out is a Rapidash, and we are actually in a speed tie. So it's 50-50. Who's gonna go first? I have more than enough health, so I am in no danger at all here. But
looks like you won the speed tie.
Cool. That's exactly what you want.
Yeah, this is kind of where the fun of Let's Go really begins.
You were gonna do the gyms in really short succession here. This is definitely where the run ramps up because we have a very powerful main Pokemon. Also, I should name the Starmie.
Yeah, we probably should name it Eevee.
Yeah,
We closed it like 10 minutes ago.
I will do that right now.
Admittedly, I had completely missed it as well.
Yeah, this is something that's really not in something common for a Pokemon runner to do. So
And now I open chat and I see they've been screaming at me to nickname the Starmie.
yeah,
Whoopsie! Sorry, chat.
we both take the blame. I'll fix it immediately. We'll be fine. Eevee, just normal spelling, right?
Yes, normal spelling.
Now, in other gens, you would be worried about how many characters a name is, because the printing speed would be one character per frame. But since the text is nearly instant in these gens, name length does not matter anymore. And that goes both for the trainer and for the Pokemon names, so that's lovely.
Yeah, that's pretty much been a thing since Gen 6, I want to say, that name length didn't matter anymore.
Yeah, Gen 6, correct. Now, Search's puzzle. You need to find 2 switches in the gym, which can be a difficult task, except that whenever you enter this gym for the first time, you have a fixed solution. So, no guesswork here. Oh, well, I could pretend that I'm really good at guessing where the switches are. But really, I'm not a great actor.
Box, you got it first time!
I can say I'm a god. What else is there to say? Now, Search is really a yeah.
I mean, at this point, you're like, what, double its level and then some?
Yeah, you're the type advantage that Search has over you does not really matter here.
No, no. Okay, not quite double, but it's close.
But the fun fact is, Search does give out the Thunderbolt TM, and that's TM we're actually gonna use on Starmie. Because Thunderbolt gives us great coverage.
Yeah, that's one big advantage of Starmie. It has decent move options.
Yeah, that's the Psychic type, water type, and it can also learn Thunderbolt, which makes it a hell of a main to run the end game with. But yeah, this is actually going well. He took critical damage. And we even get his autograph. His autograph is only relevant at one point in the game, actually, fun fact. I will point, if I remember, I'll point out where when we get there. But first, we're gonna heal up Starmie, and we're gonna teach it a new move. In the form of Thunderbolts. Because we don't need recover, really. Now, the next gym we're gonna do is also a fun one. Because the next gym we're gonna do is Celadon City Gym. And grass type gym, well, Starmie really not only is a lot of levels higher, but also has against a few of the Erika's Pokemon are also poison type. So with Psychic we have a type advantage against that. And yeah, Erika's gym has a lot of trainers, but we can skip all of them. But of course we first have the entry requirements of Erika's gym, and that's a cute, you just have to show them a cute Pokemon. And our Starmie is, or sorry, our Eevee is deemed very cute.
Obviously, Eevee's a very cute Pokemon.
Just for those who are wondering, any Pokemon will do there.
Yes, because every Pokemon's cute.
I agree with that vibe.
Heck, every Pokemon is at least somebody's favorite, right?
Also, this gym is a good showcase of why the trainer vision is not as good as it should be. Because, like I mentioned before, the trainer vision is very narrow. So if you hug the wall, they can never see you. So you can just skip all of the trainers in this gym.
Which is nice, because there would be quite a few trainers to fight otherwise.
Yeah, we've passed 5 or 6 of them already. It's crazy. But we can just skip all of them and get to Erika. To be fair, Erika is also a bit of my spirit animal with her sleepiness. Don't we all want to take a nap sometimes?
Or all the time. Naps are amazing.
I agree with her. But yeah, like Surge, this is gonna be, well, like Surge, she also has 3 Pokemon, and it's gonna be an equally long fight, basically. Well, it's gonna be a few frames longer because I have to menu slightly more. I have to menu 1 move more, but that's all. Yeah, this...
Yeah, this isn't exactly...
So, yeah, within 10 minutes you ramp up from 2 to 5 batches already. Hello, Rapidash. Now, hopefully, I have Dodrio at the end of this fight. If I don't have it, it's fine. I can work my way around it by cheesing it a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's good.
Good timing, good timing.
Yeah, if you capture Doduo second on the cycling road, he will always evolve right here. And the next fight, Dodrio, is really important on. Because the next fight is a little bit of an unexpected one.
Yeah, I think that this is where we're gonna do the last bit of like story before we clear out the remaining gyms, right?
More or less, yeah. So yeah, we did the rockets in the Celadon Game Corner segment. We did the Poke Tower segment, but after that is the Silphco segment of Saffron City. Yeah, Saffron. Now, we already talked to Brock earlier, so we got the T to get into Saffron City. But first we're going to do a cheeky little strat here to quickly get on our way. So we're just going to fly to Celadon Center, because that's faster than cutting the bush and walking. Then we're going to be dashing on our glorious steeds on our way to Saffron City. I still see that Jigglypuff in the grass over there.
Yeah, Jigglypuff just taunting you with how you couldn't find one earlier.
Well, it did not show up itself, so it's Jigglypuff's loss, I'd say.
Yeah.
If you don't want to play with me, then, well, I can't really force it.
Well, to be fair, with now it's just floating around in the grass, and otherwise it would have been just sitting in a box somewhere.
It would have been killed by Team Rocket twice at this point.
And that.
So I can guess why it doesn't really necessarily want to show it.
I don't necessarily think this is Jigglypuff's loss.
Yeah, I think it's living its best life in that patch of grass over there. You know what? Jigglypuff does fine. Jigglypuff is allowed to do whatever it wants, I guess. But here we're gonna fight Blue actually, and Blue is the reason why we need Dodrio in our party. Double check just to be sure that I have my party set correctly. Yeah. So we're gonna summon the support trainer because Blue here has 2 Pokemon, Exeggutor and Charizard. Now Charizard is no problem at all for our Starmie, but Exeggutor unfortunately is. We don't really have anything on Starmie that can deal with Exeggutor. Luckily, Dodrio has the tools to deal with Exeggutor. So instead of boosting Starmie with Dodrio, we're actually gonna boost Dodrio with Starmie and use Dodrio to kill Exeggutor. And now on Charizard we just switch it back to normal and actually use Scald and X special strats to kill Charizard very effectively. Good job on Starmie. And that makes it a very easy fight, luckily. Now, the next fight we're gonna be doing is a double fight. Archer and a Rocket Grunt will be facing me and my rifle. Now this fight is a bit of an awkward fight. We get a free heal after this, but because this is a because the game has to handle the AI of my rifle and of my opponents, and also the animations of those 4 Pokemon, this fight lags a lot. And there's also some RNG in this fight, because our rifle can actually help speed up the fight here. Depending on what moves it does. With Cubone. Cubone is the key to success. Oh, careful. That's not the move I want. Now you see the game thinking a little bit. Electrode unfortunately went for Starmie, which is not great. I need to heal Starmie here. And I need to heal Starmie until Electrode stops using Thunderbolts on me, but luckily Electrode can also kill itself. And this is actually pretty good, because now Cubone can take care of Eradicate, and that speeds up the fight considerably. If Cubone uses Bone Meringue on the right Pokemon, this fight gets a lot faster. And yeah, the fight from here on out is actually a lot easier. I can just use Starmie to clean up with Psychic. So actually RNG worked out in my favor here. That's lovely.
That's a solid fight. When I saw the miss of Bone Meringue on the Electro, I was like, that's a bit of a bummer. But yeah, this seemed to have worked out.
Yeah, I got really lucky. The Self-Destruct did a big hit on the Eradicate, and Bone Meringue redirected to the Eradicate, so it killed the Eradicate. So this fight got a lot faster than I expected it to be, honestly. Because the problem with Thunderbolt from Electrode is that it can keep spamming Thunderbolt. So you have to heal until it stops using Thunderbolt. And that can lengthen the fight considerably. Now, we have the card key so we can open the doors. And luckily, right next to this fight is the teleporter that goes exactly to the floor where we need to be. Because we actually need to be here. We got a free heal there as well, so yeah, this works out really well. Now this room is, in Gen 1 you would get the rifle fight in, but we don't get that. And since we just co-opt Archer with a rifle, rifle is just gonna deal with Archer here, and we can continue to the last floor. Last floor where, well, one of the last floors where we need to be in Silverco. And here's where we're gonna be facing Jesse and James for the last time. Are we doing? Yeah, that's looking good. Now, here we have Starmie and Dodrio, and Starmie and Dodrio have a much easier time dealing with Jesse and James' Pokemon here. Eevee really had to have a fairy type besides it in order to redirect the attacks. Starmie can just beat the living daylights out of the two. And we can make good use of Dodrio here as well, since Dodrio can weaken Weezing. It hits. And the nice thing is, I can use the double battle to my advantage by having Dodrio heal Starmie, and Starmie can finish the fights. And I can save PP as well, so this fight works out nice. So we only need to do one more fight in this story segment here. And that is our good friend Giovanni, boss of Team Rocket, threatening the director of Silverco here. I have the weird tendency to call this place Sylph and Co, but it's Silverco, I know. It's usually because in the Netherlands companies are called and Co, which is probably where that comes from. Just Dutch things. Now, this fight is really easy with Starmie. Just one X special attack to double our phenomenal special attacker. We get our last evolution at the end of this fight. So this is we're virtually 2 Pokemon away from getting into Koga's gym.
Yeah, and lucky for us, those final 2 Pokemon are not going to be particularly difficult to get here.
One is actually in this building. So, yeah, this is it's glorious.
Yeah, and then it's time to get those last 3 badges. We can be on our way.
Tentacool evolving. Into Tentacruel. Although not spelled the same. The same way.
I can see you looking at me like that. I'm like, yep. I knew he was gonna make that joke. I would have been disappointed if he did. I would have been disappointed if he didn't.
To be fair, I'm not the first one in your community to make that joke.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all.
But not by a long shot. I'm the first one to make that joke. And besides, Tentacruel has its place in Pokemon speedrunning.
Yeah.
It is sometimes nicknamed the God of Sinnoh, actually. And that's because it's, funnily enough, is a good wild Pokemon you can capture in Pokemon Platinum, I believe.
I think it's used for Platinum glitched, yeah.
And then there they use it to clear the game. But before we head out of this building, we're going to be getting a few more things. A Lapras. Pokemon 49. It's cool. It's cool getting a free Lapras. And a rare candy as well, so this room is really good. It's really crazy how well the strats work. Well, the game lines up things.
seems chat is asking to pet the Eevee. Can we pet the Eevee for $5?
Sure.
Oh, chat, you heard the man. $5 and we'll pet the Eevee.
Yeah, no problem.
I just made up the $5 part. They just asked to pet the Eevee, but you know,
You
we're raising money for charity, so.
The devil on my shoulder is saying you should have asked more.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So, and there is Porygon, our last Pokemon. So let's clear out our party a little bit. We're going to be keeping Rapidash in our party for a little bit, because it'll be our mount Pokemon. And we're going to be dashing our way to the Pokemart, where we'll be doing our last shopping segment of the game. Let's do this. 11 max spells. 11x speeds. 11x special defenses. 31x special attacks. 1x defense for good measure. We're gonna actually need that. 11 full heals for obvious reasons. And the max amount of hyper potions. That's all the items we're gonna be needing for the rest of the run, hopefully.
Yeah, you should be good with that to be able to beat the game.
Yeah, let's see if I can... No, I want my notes. There. Now, Saffron City Gym. This is a teleporter puzzle. We'll be gonna be dodging the trainers here. I need at least one level 45 Pokemon, and our Starmie always applies. Bottom left, top right. Sometimes you have to watch how the trainers turn. Bottom right, bottom right. The way I step on the teleporter is also important. If you do it as straight as you can, you just walk straight onto it. Otherwise, you have a little bit of a top right, top left. Top left, top left. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, you should turn away. Then we have... this is a no-brainer. And now we have Sabrina. Now Sabrina, we do a little bit of setup on our first Pokemon. And Mr. Mime will tend to use Light Screen. And Light Screen means that we can't one-shot her Alakazam, so we use the setup, and on the first turn we stall so that the light screen ran out as we kill Mr. Mime. That lines the fight up nicely to one-shot her all of her other Pokemon. X special attack. Okay, that's good. You don't want it to use that on the second turn, because otherwise you have to stall a turn. Reflect is of no consequence. X speeds. And now if I use the two Scalds, I line up nicely for Alakazam. With the X speed I should be faster, so it's fine.
Ox? I just got 10 euros from Nano saying, "Bet it twice!"
I will pet it twice after this fight. I have to menu after this fight anyway, so it's good.
It works out. Also, I think that the tech guy is petting me twice, which wasn't entirely what I meant, but I guess it works out.
I guess you profit. Let's see. Now this fight is over. Very easy fight once you get past the setup. This is so confusing, by the way. See, Eevee went to level 48.
Yeah, it is.
This is, oh boy. I had to do a double take on that levels up prompt, not gonna lie.
I can imagine.
Okay, now we're gonna do a bit of menuing.
And we're gonna pet the Eevee.
Yes. I have deposited everything. But we're first gonna be doing the healing stuff. Gonna elixir to restore our moves. And we're gonna be finishing the leveling here. And I need to check its stats at level 50, so we're gonna be a bit careful here. 130, 730. Oh, that's not bad. I'd say, like say. I need you in the last slot, you in the last slot. And I'll be putting you there and actually keeping you there. And before we fly off, I promised.
Yay, we're gonna get to pet the Eevee. Yay! Happy Eevee.
That's one.
That's one.
And that's two. There you go. Oh.
Can we get some hype emotes in the chat for petting the Eevee twice?
Also, just for some extra content, because why the hell not? I guess it can use it has some sportwear on. Because why not? Look.
Chat seems excited.
I figure you get a little bit of content from me here.
Chat, donate more €5 so we can pet the Eevee more.
Yeah, you might hamper my estimate a little bit. But
it's a good thing we don't do that. We didn't do that the entire run. That would have put us in trouble with the venue, I think.
Otherwise I have to do some speed petting.
But hey, it's all in good fun and it's all
Yeah.
for charity, so...
So Jesse and James being a bit defeated here, they gave us the gold teeth. We'll exchange that for the last secret technique. We will pick up this one. So now, fingers crossed. It's Koga's gym. Do we have enough Pokemon? We do!
Yay!
And it turns out this guy was Koga in disguise all along.
So yeah, this... the fact that you need that 50 Pokemon, I mean, it's good for experience and all, but that in and of itself adds like an hour to the run.
It's sad, because Starmie doesn't need the experience at all, actually.
Yeah. So it's like, it adds an hour to the run, and really, we probably would have been fine without.
You could run a Nido. You could use some captures on the way instead. You would do that. Had you not need to go for the captures, I feel. You would go at this differently.
Yeah.
Also, I should add, this gym is annoying as hell. And it's purely because of that single move there. Protect. And nearly all of the Pokemon in this gym know that, or that we're gonna fight in this gym, know that move. And it's just gonna waste.
It's a real time waster.
It's unfortunate. It just wastes your turns and PP, and there's nothing you can do about it. Now the good news is, I am 137 special attacks, which means I don't need to use as many psychics on Koga. And that's good news, because that means I'll save PP. I'm not going to waste those PPs on Koga with the protects, if they happen. There we have it. And here we go. 4 Shadow Clones. Buddy will challenge us. Let's get that 7th gym badge. Koga. The ninja. To be fair, the face mask makes him a lot cooler. Actually. Now, the nice thing is he learned to protect on the first one. So that means he's less likely to go for protect on the second turn. That's good. So that's pass 1. Venomoth can also use protect, but since I am high enough special attack, I can go for Scald. So it's not as bad when he uses protect, because I'll conserve a lot of PP.
The protects are just annoying time wasters more than anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
At least in my experience.
If you get really unlucky, you're gonna have to heal a bit your PP a bit extra. Yeah, I'm not getting lucky here. Okay, Muck is nice, so the only thing I wasted on Koga was Scalds and Thunderbolts, which is fine. I have plenty of PP on that. It's just the Psychic PP that's limited, so... But yay, 7 gym badges. So, only 1 secret technique to obtain, and then it's gonna be time for the 8th and final gym. I'm all here for it. So this guy lost his gold teeth that Jesse and James found at the beach. And he's very happy that we found it for him. So we get another clothing set. And he's teaching our Eevee the move Strong Push, or as I tend to call the move Pushy Push, to keep it in team with the Buzzy Buzz and Bouncy Bubble teams. In case somebody was wondering. Now, we're going to be preparing for the 8th gym. I have some extra super potions, so just going to use that. Use Max Repels, and we're going to fly away to Viridian City.
Time for that last gym. Closing in on the end right there.
Yes.
Only a little bit of time left to pet that Eevee.
I have one meme prepared for about 1 minute from now.
Oh,
well,
boy.
So, just more a reference. And if you've watched the Pokemon anime as a kid, you're gonna know the reference, I feel. But here we're gonna get some Mega Evolution gear from our friend Blue. And he's gonna give us the Mega Evolution Stones for Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. Even though we're not making use of any of those Pokemon. And now we're gonna be after this somewhat adorable cutscene. Since we activated Max Repel, we will not be encountering any overworld Pokemon anymore. But let me tell you, after this cutscene, Rule.
Sorry?
Rule, we're gonna be dashing away because we're on the roads to Viridian City.
Nice, nice.
On the road, on the road. Yeah, it's glorious dashing across this landscape. It's a little bit less glorious when you run into a corner and you get your mount disappears for a bit. But you know, I can enjoy it.
Very
Now,
fair, very fair. All
now,
right, final gym.
now this gym, the first trainer and the third trainer are really okay, because there's just one shots. Use psychic and scalds to deal with it. The second trainer is not as fun, to be fair. Because the second trader is as a Nidoking, and for that Nidoking we actually need to use a move called Hydro Pump. And Hydro Pump is an incredibly powerful water type move, but it comes at the cost of the fact that the thing is only 85% accurate. And 85% accurate, well, most runners have experienced that 85% can feel more like a 50-50 at points. You know. So it's one of 3 fights where it can get a little bit hairy, so just to add that ever so slightly bigger layer of security here, we'll be making a cheeky little save. Oh yeah, this is going well, alright. Yeah, this trainer, it's basically Hydro Pump, hit or miss. So what we got? That's 1 hit. The next trainer we have to use Hydro Pump on after this is another dangerous one. The ones afterwards are okay. Not as dangerous when you miss those, when you miss Hydro Pump on those trainers. This Black Belt Takashi, Karate King as he calls himself, is really an easy fight. This game does not have Pokemon abilities, so you don't have things like Sturdy or Intimidate or all of those annoying abilities that can make your life difficult. And what I'm gonna be doing, I have to set up my Starmie on Dog Trio, and the thing with Duck Trio is Duck Trio can critical hits. I have to set up an X defense on Starmie to survive Earthquake. But Duck Trio can do critical hits, and if it does critical hits, I'm in big trouble. This fight is the single reason we bought the X defense. So, you know. Let's get to it. X fence. Earthquake, no crits, that's good. 1 X special attack is needed. And the moment I survive it, I can resort to Scald. No crits there, that's good. I do have to heal after this fight because I'm at very low HP. But that's fine. That's completely fine. Oh, we're doing great, actually. And from the looks of it, I am on pace for estimates.
Yeah, well, I just checked with your PB splits. Compared to that, you're at about a 3:26, 27 pace.
Yeah, so this is...
So, sub-estimate, but not by like a huge margin. So
yeah, this run can...
oh yeah, that's definitely the nature of Let's Go.
Also, I had to sacrifice a couple minutes on this save switch.
Yeah, but you know, still on pace to beat estimates, so all good.
Yeah. Now, most of the fights coming up are okay-ish. There are some dangerous fights, but it's only a handful. And let's get to Victory Roads and to the Elite Four and the champion of the Pokémon League. But before we're gonna do that, I'm gonna have a little bit of talk with Blue. Was gonna say he's gonna take him over the Viridian City Gym after Giovanni leaves, so it's a little bit of a cheeky nod to Gen 2, I guess. And for this next fight, you can, if you have good stats, you can use some very risky strats. But I'll be using somewhat safer strats, and I'll be using the support trainer. And you can use the support trainer to great effect, because you can just use the X items to boost your Starmie to deal with all the threats as they come. Starting with this Pidgeot. And this Pidgeot, let me tell you, the next time we meet this Pidgeot after we defeat our rival here, oh boy. That's one encounter I'm gonna delve that is deserving of a lot of yikes, to say the least. Now, you could opt to go X Special first, but the problem is X Speed, if you use X Speed, it won't take effect immediately on the turn you use it on. So you will still be slower on the turn, so that's why we opt to use X Speed first. X Special Attack does affect it immediately, so that's why instead of using 2 X Special Attacks on the previous turn, we use the X Speed and move earlier to be prepared for Raichu. So there's actually some thought in why we use the moves in the spot that they are being used. Now, if I had to heal here, I would heal Starmie here, but since Starmie's full health, I'm fine. So this is the second to last time we fought and defeated Clover, and next time we meet, it's gonna be the last fight of the game. Okay. Now, the next segment can be a bit treacherous if you start mashing A bit too early, because what will happen is you can trigger the text on your Rapidash, which is stupid time loss, honestly. So always be careful to not overmesh here. Here, this guy references the autograph of Search. I overmeshed there, unfortunately. And we'll be passing all of the badge gates on our way to Victory Road. Now, Victory Road has been the focus of some recent developments on the Pokemon Let's Go speedrunning scene. Actually, courtesy of our host, surprisingly.
Yeah, this is like my one big contribution to Pokemon speedrunning. Fairly recently, as in last summer, I, by sheer accident, discovered you could skip trainers by very precisely moving your or dismounting and mounting your Rapidash in such a way, because as you get on top of the Rapidash, you get pushed forwards just a couple of pixels. And because of the field of vision being as thin as it is possible to skip the last train, at least the last trainer in Victory Road, if you pass it in just the right way. It is kind of tricky to do, but like the game had been out for quite a while but nobody had ever discovered it because usually talking to trainers, you know, that's faster, and we didn't know it was optional. But because it was kind of stumbling about, I just accidentally skipped a trainer, and it was only like 45 seconds later that I was like, wait, wasn't that a required trainer?
To be fair, it's such an awkward spot for them mount, even normally. So it's because you have to pass through a small opening there.
Yeah.
So you often run into the wall and dismount.
Yeah, and if you pass through it at just the right angle, you can make that work, but it's really awkward.
Recently, they found a way to make it more consistent, because if you trigger the Rapidash text like I accidentally did a while back, you also, when you start moving, you also get put a few pixels forward, so you can actually use that.
Oh, cool.
To more accurately skip ahead.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I after my initial discovery, I left it to some more experienced runners to do more research on it. It was just a completely accidental discovery, but you know, it does save like a minute or so.
Yeah, it does. 1 to 2 minutes or so. One to 1.5 minutes, I heard.
Something like that, yeah. So it does actually save like a decent chunk of time. I mean, a minute to a minute and a half time save on a 3.5 hour run is still quite a lot.
Yeah, but especially since this game is very close to the 3-hour boundary right now.
Yeah.
So,
but then also people started hating it because, you know, it's
stupidly precise.
It's stupidly precise, and it's the very last regular trainer in the game.
So they decided to actually split the categories because people didn't want their run to be dependent on that level of a skip, so they decided to just...
Wait, they actually split?
Yeah, they split.
Nice.
People were like, this is such an annoying route.
I didn't actually know that my stupid little discovery ended up resulting in a category split.
But it's a run killer right near the end of your run.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you don't really want to let your world record depend on that. So people were like, can't we just split the categories, and people just run no mount skip, which is the new main category.
Yeah, it seems like they actually figured out how to skip like 4 different trainers or something.
Yeah, that's rough. That's all the trainers in Victory Road, I believe.
Yeah.
Because Victory Road has the special property that you have your access to your mounts inside. That's why it's worth it here.
But yeah. I find it kind of funny that the little skip I discovered resulted in an entire category split.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
The fun fact, the vote was actually put up on this one. What should we do with the categories? And people voted in overwhelming majority to just split the categories.
Nice.
Because they were like, I don't really want to do. It's cool that it's possible.
But yeah, it's a thing.
But it's a stupidly accurate trick.
Yep. So yeah, that's how by sheer accident I happened to discover that there was a big skip possible that nobody knew how to do, or nobody knew existed, and then.
I mean, the fun fact is you rarely run Let's Go, I believe.
Yeah, so I've only done a handful of Let's Go runs, but it's exactly because I've run so few that
you stumbled into it.
That I stumbled into it in the first place. Because the only reason I did is because my movement was really sloppy. And that really sloppy movement resulted in accidentally skipping a trainer, and then.
So here we have the third Hydro Pump. This one is not too bad if I miss it, but so far I'm 3 on 3 actually. The next Hydro Pump and the last Hydro Pump I have to deal with is on Lorelei. Lorelei is also not dangerous if you miss the Hydro Pump. Okay. I need to check my special attack here. We're on 142. That's really good. 142 is great special attack. I'm in a really good spot. But yeah, we'll be coming up on your good friend Pokemaniac Dawson.
Pokemaniac Dawson, this is where the magic happened.
You know what? I'm just gonna try to skip it. I'm gonna do the fight regardless, but
Yeah, because not doing the fight does mess up your experience route, so that's also a thing.
It's not the biggest though, because oh crap.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a problem.
Yeah, I can fix that quickly. I think. Because this gauge should still be down, I believe. There we go.
Do you even need to push it back down again?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Seems not.
I think the block resets. Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say, I don't think you need to...
Yeah, I think a ladder up and down would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's nice to show the Alexa skip again, which I did there.
Yep.
So for those who have an Amazon device at home, Alexa, play Despacito. Shoutouts to Wartep who did the previous rendition of that meme. Back then, Despacito was a hit, I believe.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, not my type of music, I'll be honest. If people are complaining that I accidentally triggered their Alexa, good.
So far, no complaints in chat.
Just no.
Yeah, it's tricky.
What I tried to do was I tried to trigger the text right before I hit the line of vision. Because if you do that, then you can skip a few pixels and maybe get ahead of the train view vision. But now this Licky Tongue is you're not kidding around actually, because it's Power Whip. If it crits, it can nearly kill you actually.
You're still looking good, I think.
Yeah. One thing that can happen is that I get unlucky on one of the last fights.
Yeah, I mean we'll see how things go, but so far so good.
But even if I were to go overestimate, it would not be terribly far.
No. And honestly, I think you're still on pace to be able to beat it.
I'm on pace.
But yeah, I know the last fights can be
yeah,
something.
especially the last fight can be really mean. Although the two fights before that, it's fine. Good job, me. Okay. Here we have a little cutscene. With Eevee. Let's go, partner. Even though we put you in a Pokemon box, you're still with us.
Pet that Eevee, except no €5 yet, so don't pet the Eevee.
I will not. So what we're gonna do? At this point, I don't need Rapidash anymore. Because for the really troublesome fights, I'm gonna save anyway. And if I get messed up on those fights, I'm gonna have to do a reset anyway.
Let's go, Lorelei.
Lorelei! Now I'm 140 to special attack. So the good news is that eliminates one of the 2 ranges that I have on this fight. So that means I can opt to go for a Scald range instead of a Hydro Pump, with all the risks of, you know, missing. I was about to say critical miss, but that's Dungeons and Dragons, I believe. Let's see. But yeah, we're nearing the pinnacle of the climax of the game. Challenging the Elite Four. Now we're gonna take this range. Come on. Hell yeah, hit the range. That's good. I mean, it's not a problem if you don't make the range, but because even if you barely miss the range, you have a good chance that Jinx actually gets burned, and the burn would kill Jinx. And if you don't get burned well, then you probably have a few extra turns to deal with. Okay. Now Lorelei is pretty okay. Bruno is the easiest fight of the bunch. Easily. And Bruno is the last easy fight of the game. I'm at a minimum of 52 HP. Yeah, this is very easy. Earthquake doesn't do much. I'm out of danger. Yeah, I should be fine. I'm definitely on a sub 330 pace. So let's see if I can make this last run of this day go under estimates. Yeah, Bruno is all about setting up that X special attack and then going for the psychics. Let's see. I have 147 special attack. That's really good. I think that eliminates the range on Lance as well, so that makes my run ever so slightly safer. That's really good. 147 special attack. This is a really good Starmie, actually. This is actually on the better end of the Starmies, I feel. Now, for Agatha. Agatha, a lot of stuff can happen. And it's the reason I picked up the full restore in Victory Roads.
That honestly kind of seems like the pattern with Agatha in every Pokemon run, where she can just mess up your run.
Yeah, the problem is her Pokemon are both fast and they have nasty moves. That's the problem. And Arbok is not a good Pokemon to set up on, unfortunately, and the Pokemon she opens with. But we have to, well, we just have to see what we get. There's a reason I saved, so XP. Glare, that's fine. Glare is good. Because what I can do... there are two things that can happen. Starmie can heal itself from paralysis with Friendship. Okay, this is actually good. Because now I actually have... I didn't have a defense drop, so this is actually really good. I'm precisely in the spot where I need to be in. So this Agatha fight should be fine. So, and because of my special attack being this high, it eliminates my range on land. So the big major run killer I have left is the final fight of the game, the champion battle. I will deal into that when we get there.
Yep. We are getting close, though.
Yeah, but this is... I do have some leeway, actually, still. I think I can even suffer a single death.
Well, let's hope we don't need that, and let's do this.
Yeah. To be fair, it's with the saves I'm doing and such, I'm in a comfy spot. Let's do this. Max elixir. Lance is not too terrible. The only real dangerous Pokemon is Dragonite, and this Dragonite is a range that's 139 special attack or less, and I have 147, so no range. So that's good.
Very good.
This this fight should be completely safe. But the emphasis on shoot.
Yeah, these things still always seem to find their way somehow.
Now, Seadra is not too terribly dangerous, because he also uses Hyper Beam.
I'm guessing it doesn't have smoke screen in this game then.
No, it doesn't. And because it keeps using Hyper Beam, I get 3 turns.
Helpful.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Oh. Now, if it did use Hyper Beam the last turn, what I could do, I could spend a turn healing Starmie, and then I wouldn't need to heal between the fights. Okay, last page of my notes. Yeah, this fight from here on out is all psychic. And this is looking extremely good. 325.
Just focus on the fight. It'll be okay.
Yeah, it's just mashing A, that's the thing. There's not much to focus on.
Well, then let me just mention to everybody how we're still raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization working to help people dealing with mental health issues, or people within their family dealing with mental health issues. All of your donations will go to Mind, so be sure to get those in as we are finishing up day 1. But we will have another fantastic day of speedruns ahead tomorrow.
Okay. Let's do this. Now, the next fights. The champion battle in this game is our rifle, and he opens with Pidgeot. And Pidgeot has a mega evolution this time. And the problem is he uses Air Slasher, and Air Slasher has a heightened chance of critical hits. And because he's mega evolved, he hits like a truck. So if he crits at the wrong time, you die. And that means I have to reset the fights. So get ready for the good music. And I have to set up 4 items on Pidgeot, so I have to heal a few times in between, because I'm gonna take this very safe. Because the critical hits ignore my X special defense, that's the big problem. But once I get past Pidgeot, I'm in the clear, basically. Okay. 2x special attacks, 1x speed. Now, I could risk another hit, but if he crits, it's one shot. Okay. I have to heal one more time probably, but okay. Two.
All right, let's
GG.
go. GG.
GG. Gotta be close.
It's gonna be real close, but
Now,
now it's just a matter of mashing until the fight is done.
one thing I should mention here, I should just keep mashing until my psychic runs out. I've had it happen that I accidentally tried to switch moves on the last run, on the second to last Pokemon, and if you and yeah, that cost me the run back then. So I'm gonna take this incredibly safe. Don't switch moves until you see bro. Come on. Marowak. This is really close.
It is gonna cut it real close, but either way, what an ending.
Okay. Oh boy. Come on.
Get ready on time though, because we are not far away. I mean, there's still a bit of text.
Time is as I after fade out on Hall of Fame, I'll give it.
Yeah. I think we're gonna just barely miss it.
I might be on the dot actually.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm mashing for dear life. Come on. Come on. So close.
Very much so. Ah, we're okay. Yeah, we're barely missing it.
Okay, get ready. Oh yeah, wait, that has stream delay. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay, get ready. Time.
19 seconds over. So close. So close. But so well done, Box. What a run. Anything you want to say before we finish up for the day?
Yeah, shoutouts to the community. Shoutouts once again for Etiquette for his amazing tracker. Shoutouts for many people who contributed on the strats for Pokemon Let's Go WhatsApp. Mentioned a few times, did a lot of work, but also Etiquette, actually the entire community, and the Switch and 3DS Pokemon communities are part of it. They're great people, honestly. I want to give them a shout out. I want to give shout outs to our host, Cruel here.
Thank you.
It's fun to have a companion during a run like this.
Yeah, this one's rough to do alone, and I hope I was able to help out a little bit here and there.
Yeah, you definitely did. And one big thing I should say, a small apology to Xita for going over estimates.
It's only a small bit overestimate, so we only need a small apology, right?
To be fair, we finished before midnight.
Exactly.
I'm happy with that. So yeah, right. With that, let's throw it back to you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Box, for your run. That is it for today, but we are going to be back in about 12 hours, and we are going to do even more even more speed runs. We are going to be starting with Xenoblade Chronicles, and that even has a donation incentive going for it still. So if you want to see that in the morning, donations can be done throughout the night. They will be seen in the morning, and they will be read out in the morning. But yeah, that'll be it for us for now. We are going to send you guys to another marathon from our friends over at Speed Gaming, who are doing the marathon for No Kid Hungry. They're currently on Minish Cap. Fantastic run as well. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. And we hope to see you guys back in about 12 hours for more BSG 34.